drops ever.
It really is. So we just came to that consensus.
I agree.
Right
Yeah,
there.
I think it's number one. That's number one with a bullet.
No doubt.
Oh, boy. You ready for
quite the day?
Did we catch the morning show?
We did catch the morning show. I caught a lot of the morning.
I don't do this. I don't do this often because I'm very provincial when it comes to shows. I only like to promote my own.
That's right.
But I actually just shared Rick's first ever real rant, like a real rant.
Really?
As a fan. And it was so good. It was pitch perfect.
It was good.
It was really good. And he hit all the points that, again, I was making yesterday, and you guys are all like looking at me like, how can you not be happy? It's like, no, it's not being happy. Like I felt like I walked away from yesterday's show, guys, feeling like I don't think anybody understood what the hell I was trying to say.
What you're going through.
It wasn't being negative. It wasn't saying that they didn't do the right things yesterday, that trading the players they traded, but not trading the players, what they got back. It was a no-brainer, all of it.
Okay.
But it's what comes next that is, I think, for a lot of us, and you heard what Rick was saying, there's a skepticism that we have every right to have right now because of all the things that we know and all the things that we've seen in the past, and the fact that here we go again with another rebuild. And don't tell me that this guy's like fans is like, oh, Quinnen Williams wasn't doing anything, and Sauce Gardner really isn't that good. Stop giving me that, because you're going to see the NFL is going to be littered with former Jets who are all playing well in their new places because they were talented. And the issue was more internal. The issue was more leadership-wise. And now I want to see, all right, well, now that you're going to just turn the damn thing over again, are you finally going to build with the right pieces and show us something that is tangible that we can believe in going forward? Because right now, all you have is cap space and draft picks. You don't know what they're going to be.
I heard everything that you said yesterday, even though you accused me during the meeting of saying I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to Rick. I'm hearing everything that you're saying. But it's unfair to judge this regime based on the past. Now, if you're going to tell me, well, it's the same owner, then I'm going to throw at you today what I threw at you yesterday. Then get out, because he's not going anywhere. Woody Johnson is not going anywhere. You can fly planes over MetLife Stadium. You can buy billboards up and down the Henry Hudson Parkway. He's not selling the team. So you've got to make a decision as a fan. Am I going to trust the football people, the new football people, all right? Mougey's new, all right? Aaron Glenn is new, all right? It hasn't looked good for Glenn. His team's 1-7. But as far as decision-making, have they really done anything to make you believe this is going to go down the same path as it did under Idzig, under McCagnon, under Douglas, under all the history of losing, not being able to find a quarterback, other than just the attachment of the past, Alan? What has this regime done to make you feel apprehensive about moving forward with these picks?
It doesn't have to be about what they've done, because it's new people, but it's because it's been new people every time, and every time there's this ridiculous sense that I told you, hope is a dangerous thing.
No,
and that's the problem. But you know what? I take offense to you saying then get out, because you're the first guy to call people a fraud, that when things are tough they bail on a team. You're the first guy to do that. So tell me to get out.
Well, what's the point?
But my point is, what's the alternative? I'm not telling you to.
No. I question everything now. That's what I'm doing. It doesn't mean that if they get it right, that I can't say, all right, we finally got somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. But until that comes, I'm allowed to question everything instead of just having this hopeless belief that this is going to be great. Look at all the draft picks.
Okay.
It's going to go awesome. Everything's going to be
that
great.
Would be
I don't know that right now because there's no track record that says it will be.
You'd be ridiculous, Alan, if you were just like, oh my God, this is it. Totally, I agree with you. However, on the flip side, to completely be like a skeptic of Mougey and Glenn also feels a little bit unfair. You brought them in to run this team. This is going to be their first shot at really doing it. Frankly, I think even from the standpoint of judging Glenn, not a terrible thing. You're going to get to see what he does in terms of putting this thing together. You have every right to be skeptical because they've been bad. But I understand what Don's saying in that there's no way to come away from yesterday feeling anything but, well, they did the best they possibly could have done with the day. Obviously, it's not ideal. But you don't want to be here in November.
I didn't deny any of that. I didn't want to hear I did not want to hear this whole notion of now you can do all these great things. Listen, if you don't want to listen to me, can we play Rick?
I have it. Here you go. You want to hear Rick?
Play Rick's rant and just see if it does align with the way I'm thinking.
Do you have anyone on your staff in their resume says they're good at identifying and developing young quarterbacks? No, you don't. The answer to that question is no. It's another defensive-minded head coach and a rookie offensive coordinator that are going to make this decision after just deciding that Justin Fields was worth $30 million. Sorry for not being optimistic about it.
I understand why you would feel like that. I can honestly, I understand anything.
I can't stand fans like that.
I understand why you would be optimistic. I understand why you'd be pessimistic. I understand all of it. I don't think there is a right way to act.
We just did this.
Yeah.
With the second overall pick.
And did well outside of that pick. Had 5 ones. 4 of them you'd say you hit probably home runs on.
And a second-round pick you hit on.
And you're still back to square one.
Right.
Again.
And we're now full rebuild. Now we're full rebuild.
Again.
And I can listen to my GM tell me it's about winning. And how many games are you going to win now?
And I told you you're going to win maybe 2. Maybe 2. And I told RJ, like this, you're years away from going to the playoffs. He's like, you think?
No.
Years away.
It's because it's the Jets. No, I said what I said. If you actually do hit on the quarterback and he looks the way that Jackson Dart looks, there is a chance that all of a sudden now it speeds up that process. But forgive me if I don't believe that the Jets and this new regime are going to be the ones that figure it out.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if he calls and he says he has positivity, I think that's fair as well. He can have his positivity. He can.
It's blind faith. The
problem is it's always blind faith, but if it was like a Brett Veach, you would believe it.
Yeah, right, but it's not, though.
Right.
And you're the sheep that keeps buying in, because this is why they're able to do it.
Because you're fans.
Whereas they keep selling you hope. They haven't made the playoffs in 15 years. They don't know how to win. They can't win. The only thing they can do is sell you a rebuild and hope. That's
right.
all we keep doing.
That's
it's
right.
a cycle.
That's right. It's a vicious cycle.
Oh, I'm excited.
Look
at the value
you're an addict, is what you are.
Look at the value we got.
Because you can't get out. You can't.
I mean, there is no fan base in sports that is more accepting of a rebuild than New York Jets fans. We love it. We can't get enough of it. Oh, our best player. We got 2 first-round picks.
I like the laugh.
Have you ever heard him get that unhinged on the air?
But
he has never been like that, ever. In all the years I've worked with him and all the years I've listened since he has started doing this, he has always been somebody that has maintained control and always given you reason. He's always talked about what a front office is thinking and doing, and he uses his professional experience in what he's seen. I have never heard him lose it like that, and here's why. The guy you're believing in, the general manager, first of all, I want everybody to understand something. Darren Mougey, first of all, he 3 years he was an assistant. He was an assistant general manager. All right? Yes, he learned under the arm of George Payton in Denver. But he has been a college scout, and then he was an assistant GM for just 3 years before he took this job. Keep that in mind. He's not making the final choice. He is not in charge. Everybody thinks the GM is in charge. He's not. This is Aaron Glenn. The picks will be Aaron Glenn's decision. Justin Fields was Aaron Glenn's decision. Just keep that in mind. So you cannot tell me that somebody that has 3 years experience as an assistant general manager is now going to come in and he's going to just what did Rich Sweeney call it? The transformational day in franchise history.
That's right.
So pardon me for being just a little skeptical that instead of having somebody with actual real experience and resume, that I'm supposed to now blindly believe that this next rebuild is going to go swimmingly. It's great. It's all going to go great. They have draft picks, and there's no quarterbacks worth a damn coming out in this draft. None. Nobody that you would start right away. So you got to also find yourself a bridge quarterback or somebody good enough to start in the meantime. You better have a plan. And I also believe in what's being said, that they don't even think about using draft picks to draft a quarterback. They're going to use some of this stuff to get a quarterback in a trade. Who is that going to be? And when I hear Bart Scott say Kyler Murray, again, I'm sorry if I don't get excited and start wanting to buy a Kyler Murray Jets jersey. Those are all things that don't excite me as a fan and make me feel like we're staying on the hamster wheel once again. And by the way, if this thing doesn't work, it's been 15 years. They're not going to make the playoffs. It'll be 15 years. If this doesn't work, we're going to be talking 2 decades of not making the playoffs. 2 decades. Who does that? So I'm sorry if I don't have all the optimism in the world. I am skeptical. I'm going to sit back and watch. And all yesterday was doing the right thing to set yourself up. But the hard part's coming.
All right.
The decisions that you're going to make that are going to transform the franchise.
But what did you want them to do yesterday? Not do anything?
Or you want
Done. Stop. You keep doing this. I already
What am I
said,
doing, Alan? And having a conversation with you.
No, you keep saying, what should they have done yesterday? I already told you.
Right.
Yesterday
You
was
don't
the right thing to do.
Okay.
Yesterday was the right thing to do. It's what comes from here is what I'm talking about. Nobody's criticizing what they did yesterday. It's the excitement that all of a sudden everybody has about it that
But who
doesn't make
has that
sense.
stuff?
I don't think anybody
like,
should be.
who-
I'm not telling you to be excited.
I mean, are you
It's
referring
just-
to Samini saying transformational day?
Well, Rich's not excited. He's
I
right.
think this is the rub.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you should be jumping up and down, and I'd be questioning anybody that would be jumping up and down. But you could still acknowledge that. Hey, listen, the right thing was done, and we're going to see. But the fact that they've missed the playoffs going on 15 straight years has only partial to do with this regime. It has to do with the previous regime. And when they began this season, and I told you this all summer long, that this team was not going to be any good. That's why they downplayed it. They didn't get crazy promoting Aaron Glenn, sending him around all over the place, because I think they kind of knew that this was a possibility. Because a new regime's going to come in, and they're going to blow up what was not working. As talented as the Jets roster was, it was not working. You heard Riddick on earlier this morning. He's like, the one problem the Jets don't have, they always had talent. That's why they were able to make these trades, because they didn't have the right talent. They didn't have the coach. They didn't have the quarterback. They didn't have the right talent in the right places, and that's why they didn't win, because ultimately you want to win. And you knew going into the season that you weren't going to win, except the few Jet fans are like, I think this team might be able to win 8-9 games. Well, those were the people that were deluded. Mm-hmm. And they were delusional people and took it out on the Jets when they didn't do that. That's Jets, this was going to be the plan all along. In my mind, this was going to be the plan. That Mougey was going to come in and he was going to blow it up. He was going to get rid of the players that weren't working for them, get as much draft capital as possible to finally get the talent in the right place. Because the thing the Jets have been missing forever is a head coach and a quarterback. We'll find out about Aaron Glenn. So far, not great. 1-7. But as far as finding that quarterback, that's what it means. All this other talent doesn't matter if you don't make it work with the quarterback. And so they're trying to find that. And it might take a little bit. And it's going to probably take longer than you want it to. But it's not Mougey's fault that this team missed the playoffs the previous 14 years. It's not Aaron Glenn's fault. You hope that they're going to get it right, and you've got to allow them to try to get it right. So I understand your apprehension because the Jets' history is not great. But if you focus on Mougey and you focus on this regime, I think that you should have some hope. Because it's not Douglas. If this was Douglas, I'd say, hey, this is the guy that picked Zach Wilson. This is the guy that picked Robert Saleh. This is the regime that couldn't get it right. Well, we don't know that this regime can't get it right, and I wouldn't pigeonhole them with Justin Fields because I think Justin Fields is a part of, hey, maybe we'll catch lightning in a bottle. If not, we've got the ability to blow it up, and we're not stuck in some contract that's going to hurt us from doing that. Why not skew positive? That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to jump up and down. I'm not asking you to celebrate Christmas Day. I'm just scared. Why can't you skew positive?
Can't skew.
Well, that's on you, man. That's on you.
I give you credit, Don, because you had been the one from the very beginning that kept saying it over and over again. These guys aren't trying to win. You're going to see. And there's a reason why Aaron Glenn was drawing a lot of attention to himself, to keep you distracted from everything else going on. I give you credit because you had been saying it all along. You have been screaming it to anybody who'll listen, and there were a lot of people that were talking about how I think this roster's good. They could win 7-8 games. And that's the problem is that, you know what? You mentioned Joe Douglas. The Zach Wilson decision and also the decision to move on from Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Those were the decisions that really those were what took him out. Because, to be honest, he had a pretty good roster. Greeny said it yesterday when he was on with us. The Jets aren't the worst team in the NFL. They're I can't exactly remember this quote, but it was fantastic the way he put it, is that it's not the worst roster, they're just a bad team. Yeah. And it's really, that's the part that frustrates you, is it's not like they kept missing on picks. They just missed on the quarterback, and then they made a bad decision deciding to take one at 2 that wasn't ready or good enough to be a starter in the league. And how do you not recognize that in your pre-draft process and then let a guy like Sam Darnold go instead of just continue to work with him and build around him? They found talent, and now all that talent's going to be somewhere else.
Well, yeah, no, they've been.
But I can't help but think that you're telling me that this regime hasn't done anything yet that to find fault with. The Justin Fields decision was a terrible decision.
Well, but hold on. But let's. I feel like the Justin Fields decision is now getting
not
changed.
using Breece Hall in
It's
any
now
way
getting
possible
changed.
this year.
The
The
Justin
way that
Field-
you should use them.
The
There's
Justin
a lot of
Fields,
things that's going on
the
here.
Justin
that concern me.
Fields conversation is changing now that things have transpired. At the time the Justin Fields deal was done, he was an affordable piece to throw in and try at quarterback and see what happens. Now, the way you and Rick are talking, they invested their lives into Justin Fields and were staking their future in him. I think they knew exactly what it was. We want to move on from Rodgers. We don't want to deal with that circus. We're going to see what happens with this guy. And if it doesn't work out, they probably knew we would be heading towards blowing it up. They rolled the dice. How much less are you doing than $15 million? Who are you putting out as a starting quarterback for much less than they gave Justin Fields?
Well, it's still going to eat up. It's going to still eat up dead cap money if you move on from him, and you still have to also convince people to come here and play.
Well,
Those are
unfortunately,
two things that are going to be very hard to do.
Well, listen,
without overpaying.
unfortunately, you said dead cap money. I don't know. Maybe he's here next year. He's got another year left on his contract. It doesn't look like they have any intention of being great next year either. It just also adds to the value of what their first-round pick will be next year. It's not going to be pleasant here, guys. It's going to be a bad couple of years. But you know what? You know who you thank for that? You thank Robert Saleh. You thank Joe Douglas. The one thing I'll say is it's the same owner. But maybe these are the guys that are going to get it right. History's on your side. They never seem to get it right. But you admit it. This was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. This regime came in here. They had to change over what had happened in the past. And they've got to at least open the door to find whoever that next quarterback is going to be.
I
and
understand.
the talent that you got rid of, even if you kept them, Allen, and stayed competitive, these are guys that are not going to be helpful to you once you eventually do turn the corner. You're going to have to give the contract to Quinnen Williams. Now you don't have to do that, and you gave Sauce Gardner the contract to get the 2 first-round picks. A lot of good happened yesterday.
A lot of good happened as far as what you got back.
Yes.
And now you have some things to work with, which includes cap space and, of course, draft capital, which are two valuable things. I still say currency of hope, but that's the whole idea. Is it's what you need when you're trying to do.
That's all you can hope to.
Reset.
Yeah.
And when it's a new regime, they never want to build with other people's players. You know, that's what Daboll and Shane did for year one. They had success, and then they had to get their own guys in. And how's it look since then? Well, but I cannot help but just wonder, like, all these things that need to be done. I'm going to look at an NFL and see that, you know, the Jets actually did have good players on this roster. They just couldn't win with them, which isn't a player issue. It's another issue completely. And that's the part that frustrates me the most. And that's why, again, the skepticism that still exists within me is because now I have to get to a point where I can't have hope or believe in something or have optimism. I am literally in the place now of, you got to show me.
Well,
you got to show me. I'm not going to get excited until you show me something.
If I remember correctly, Allen, I think you liked the Darren Mougey hire when they did it. I thought you liked it. Am I wrong? I thought when they hired him that you felt good about it.
I'm sure I did.
And I don't think there's anything.
It was somebody that worked under someone that knew what the hell they were doing. Right. George Payton knows what he's doing.
And I don't think he's done anything to change or should have changed your mind about that. Now, Aaron Glenn's different because he is the head coach of a team that's 1-7.
Yeah, and I don't think Mougey is a final say guy on personnel. I think it's Aaron Glenn.
Well, we don't know that. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I believe it.
But I do think a lot of things, this again, just my opinion as you're expressing your opinion, I do think a lot of things are put on Glenn's shoulders intentionally because he's the man. Like Aaron Glenn came in here and they wanted to change the culture. So why not bring in a guy that had success here, that the fans love? And it feels like every decision that was made, from Rodgers being gone to Fields being here, seems to be placed on his shoulders by the organization because he's the message carrier. He's Aaron Glenn. He's the known commodity. Nobody knows Darren Mougey, the hole in the wall. Before yesterday, I'm sure a lot of Jet fans wouldn't even be able to pick him out of a lineup. But Aaron Glenn, they know. He's got blood in the ground, as you like to say. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure Glenn's making these decisions, but I think the Jets wanted the world to think he was making the decisions because he's a brand name that the fans can trust. But I still believe Mougey is pulling a lot of strings. Unfortunately, I think the owner, Woody Johnson's pulling a lot of strings. Yep. And that's where I think your lack of confidence makes sense Because at the end of the day, if you got bad ownership, you're not going anywhere. But in the interim, you want to make sure you've got good football people in there. And I don't think there's anything that's happened to make you believe that Darren Mougey is not a good football guy, other than the fact that he's the general manager of the Jets, and they never seem to hire the right guy. But it is possible that he's the right guy.
In theory.
And if he is the right guy, yesterday was a glorious day because this is going to be an opportunity to finally change it and move the needle. And we'll see. I understand your apprehension, but I do think there's enough there to be positive about, doing what had to be done, and just hope they get it right. Hope sucks. I get it, but
I think the foundation of a lot of it is exactly what you just said: is the ownership and knowing how much he's hands-on, and the concern of, as long as that guy is in the room,
right,
part of decision making, how can I possibly trust that they're going to get it right? Because that Zach Wilson pick now, when everybody had all these conspiracy theories about, it's got JetBlue family
JetBlue,
thing.
yeah.
And I was like, that's ridiculous. Who would do that?
Mm-hmm.
And now the more you know, the more you start going, maybe that's not so crazy.
And
can
that's
you imagine
why,
making a decision at the number 2 pick of the draft based on that?
And listen, the Fraud Fridays and everything, I never encourage anybody to quit on their team. But I'm just saying, if you've had it to the point where nothing they're going to do is going to get you excited or get you happy, and that you've given up to that point, well, then you got to go, man, because what pleasure is this team ever going to give you? Because Woody Johnson's not going anywhere. So that's why I brought that up, Alan. I don't want anybody to give up on their team. It'd be fraudulent if you found another team, but I can understand a Jet fan saying, listen, none of this ever works. I'm not going to bother anymore. Because as long as he's the owner, we're never going to win.
Well, it did work. It worked when Rex took over, and Mike Tannenbaum was in charge.
Right.
Mike Tannenbaum knows what he's doing. Like, you started to see, it did start to work.
That's why the Maras worked when they got Young and Accorsi. Like, that's the one thing that you can hang your hat on, is that even the worst owner in the world can eventually step in it and hire the right guy.
Yeah.
And if he hires the right guy and does the right things, you can overcome the bad ownership. Mm-hmm. Remember, Woody Johnson, as you just said, was the owner of the team when they went back-to-back championship games, right? So you got to hope that this is, and I know you hate the word hope, but that's all you got at this point.
Right now.
And you got to do what you got to do. 1-800-919-3776, spirited start to the show.
I'll say.
We've got, at 4 o'clock, Booger McFarland going to be coming on. Great spot, bad guy. At 4:30, we're going to have a list. I've curated a list, unbeknownst to Peter or to Alan, because Alan was at the Garden, and I didn't let Peter know, so we'll see. I think you guys are going to be on board with this. Everybody else was pretty excited about it while I was putting it together. ENN at 6. We got a full frontal show today, right till 7 o'clock.
Oh, my favorite kind.
Because you're taking you up to Cat's old team. T-Wolves coming to town to take on the Knicks.
Wolves.
And Alan's going to be a part of the coverage. So what is it? You could say Timberwolves or you say Wolves. You can't say T-Wolves anymore, correct?
That's what I've heard.
Really?
I don't care. I don't care what they say.
That's what I
thing?
heard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's
Anthony,
a thing.
that's a
That's
thing,
good to
right?
know. I'll be on the call tonight, so I better not say
Well, go
T-Wolves.
double check. Give A-Rod a call and see if maybe he's got some ideas about it. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York.
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off and to wear a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Listen up, football. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. We're going to start off in Jersey. Definitely want to stay away from 78 eastbound. First, right before exit 48 for 24 in Springfield, an overturned tractor-trailer blocking the left lane. You stay jammed on the eastbound side, and the locals working on a serious accident by exit 49 for Vauxhall Road in Union. Not much better on the Turnpike Eastern Spur southbound. A crash by 15X in Secaucus. Traffic is jammed there from Route 3. Inbound George, some road work on the upper deck, about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Best of it's the outbound side. No issues on the southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels are only about 5 to 10 minutes each. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas.
It's
time.
I like when he holds it.
I swear to
It's
God,
Dolly time.
it's like 5 seconds longer each day. I don't know if you're doctoring it, Jacob, or something, but it just feels like it's endless. The Knicks host the Timberwolves at MSG with coverage immediately following us right here on 880 at 7 o'clock. Of course, Alan will be part of that coverage on MSG. And the Nets, looking for their first victory of the season, will take on the Pacers, who, what, Alan? They've won like one of their first 8? That should be a barn burner at 7 o'clock.
And they got everybody hurt, too.
So maybe the Nets get their win tonight. Let's see. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Ready for some phone calls?
Let's do that. By the way, if the Nets don't win tonight, everybody, I'm looking at their injury report, nobody's playing. No McConnell, no Nembhard, no Toppin, no Mathurin. We already know Halliburton's out. I mean, my God. Like, if you don't win tonight, and Jordy's a good coach, but these guys have got to get this win tonight. Anyways.
Not good. And we were talking off the air. I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but they've got a tremendous broadcast on both radio and television.
Who's that?
The Nets. I mean, they are absolutely terrific on both sides. We've talked about Iron Eagle and and
it's Iron Eagle.
Chris Carino on the radio.
Yep.
Hapstraw. Because when I got back from Anaheim, I popped on their broadcast drive. I know because it was the only game going on that night. I'm like, man, they deserve better.
No, it's parking a Ferrari in the garage.
Yeah,
right?
like what Michael used to always say. It's
The
like
Mona Lisa.
hanging a Mona Lisa in the garage. It's because they're so, and it's got to be tough, man, right? Like nobody's ever. Allen had to do with some miserable Knicks seasons and all.
Oh.
We've all been there. But to just know that it's not about this year, it's been a lot of losing since they tried to put it together.
Seriously,
but
you know the feeling is like when you are going through like years where the team is just non-competitive, and you got to do these broadcasts, and it's like you feel like you got to turn water into wine. You know, like every miracle possible. Just
it's a great gig. Nobody feels like bad for you.
But you still got to entertain people.
No, but that's right. But the point is, I'm driving home and I just had it on. And I don't have a vested interest, but it's a good broadcast, and they're making it sound big because that's their job, and it's not worth it because you can't make it into better than what it is, but they do because they're professional and they're really good at what they do, and they deserve a chance to just have a better team. So hopefully, at some point, it'll turn around for the Nets. Let's get to the busy phones. Let's start it off with Danny in Center Point. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Danny?
Hey, guys. Alan, listen, man. You and I go back, and we got a lot of hours together, and we've been in jet purgatory for a long time, man. And I'm with you. Believe me, I'm with you. And I think I am because, again, we've had a lot of talks. And same with Rick, man. I mean, I have a lot of talks with those guys in the morning, and I get it. I am totally getting where you're coming from. But God almighty, I am so lockstep with Don, it's not even funny. I mean, and again, Alan, I bleed hard, man. But I'm going by what we have in front of us right now. And to me, this man just did what he had to do. He had to put his stamp on this team. He has set us up like we're supposed to be set up in a complete rebuild. I hate the rebuild, right, Don? And Rick said it Alan, Rick said it perfectly as well. I'm sick and tired of the rebuild. But you know what? We didn't go get McCarthy. We didn't go get a proven guy. So this is what we're dealing with. And we have to judge this man on what he's doing. And to be perfectly honest with you, and please, Alan, don't think I'm crazy. I think he's doing a pretty decent job. He's made a couple of questionable calls, no doubt. But the guy's got to learn, right? He's a new coach making decisions for the first time. But as far as judging him wholeheartedly, right, he really hasn't done a bad job. Their draft picks this first time around hasn't been bad, right? I mean, he's putting us in a position at this point to do anything we have to do, whether it be trade up and get the picks that we need or stock them all together and go get a stud from another team. But the bottom line is we have that ability at this point because of what he just did. So, I am with you 100, Alan. You know I am. I can't take the rebuild. But I think this man just did what he had to do for the future of this team and put his stamp on it. And I want to give him the reins that he needs. And I think we deserve to give him the reins. But, yeah, I'm sick of it myself because it's going to be a few years of more purgatory. But this is where we have to start. And unfortunately, unfortunately, it's what we signed up for. I'm not giving up. You know, the flag's still out there. I'm still getting ridiculed. I still look like a fool wearing my Jet stuff, but I'm doing it. And I have to lock in, and I have to hope that this guy's pedigree from being a player, then being a scout, then being a coordinator has molded him to do this the right way. So, I mean, I just, that's where I am, Alan. And, you know, I love you, man. But, Don, you're 100% right. Don't judge this man on the demons of the past because he wasn't part of it. Give him what he needs, and he's taking a shot. And you know what? I'd stock them all together, Alan, and I would go get Joe Burrow. Tell the Bengals, here's all the picks I just got yesterday. Give me Joe Burrow. You don't want it, then you're a fool. But I would take that guy because he's the stud, and he's the guy we need if we can keep him upright. So thank you as always, guys, and I appreciate it.
Listen,
right, thanks,
again, to make it clear, this is not about yesterday and the job done. It was a good job, especially getting the second pick from the Colts. That's excellent. That's a
3
good
first-round
day.
picks on free agency day is a good day.
And having all those draft picks over the next 2 drafts, that's all that value is there. That is all good, and I never doubted any of that. I never said anything negative about what was done. It's what comes next, and we're back in that place. And, you know, you could hear Danny's fighting it. Like, he wants to believe because he's a diehard. Like, he wears it on his sleeve, literally. And he has no choice but to believe. At this point now, I'm a skeptic because I'll be the first one the minute it starts to, I'll be like, you know what? I didn't want to believe it, but he did it, and good for him. If it works, I'll be the first one to say how surprised I am, but pleasantly surprised. But at this point, that's what I have to be. I almost have to be a pessimist because I know the inevitable failure is coming. And that's my problem right now, until it turns, until something shows me that it is not the same old Jets. That's the only reason why it's hard for me to just turn around and go, oh, this is going to be awesome. Look at all these great opportunities and great options that they have. I'm exhausted from years of doing this. And we just did it a couple of years ago.
Jaquan in New Jersey says he's the one that set Rick off this morning. You're on ESPN New
good
York.
for you, man.
How are you, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, fellas, man? Love the show as always. Peter, Don, you guys, afternoon show, Bart and Hahn, I love it. And I love the morning show as well. I think what really set Rick off, and Rick, the moment I said something about Aaron Rodgers and I said that it wasn't going to work, that was the first cutoff. But my thing was, I said this about maybe 2-3 years ago. I told them, I said, if Jets fans really want to say something, let the stadium be empty. Rick and Dave jumped me. It was like, between the PSLs and that, they don't get no money from that. But now we come back full circle, and now I'm being called a sheep because I'm loyal to the team that I said 3 years ago, if you want change, to stop showing up. So, like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't believe that you're a sheep because I'm not and I said this also earlier, that Aaron, Glenn, Darren Mougey, they're not the Jesus. They're not the Jets Jesus. They're not, they're not paying sin for the past mistakes of the regime. Like, yes, as a Jets fan, Rick, I told him, you was an Islander and you came here, you got cool with Chad Pennington. Now, I've been doing this for 30-plus years. I get it. You think I want to rebuild? I don't. But what good is it being negative and saying same old Jets before it even gets a chance to show itself? I said we took a flyer on Justin Fields. If he hit or he didn't, it was the fact that he was 26 years old and it was something fresh. Aaron Glenn and Aaron Rodgers, I don't believe that was going to work. So we took a flyer on Justin Fields. It hasn't worked. We're 1-7. We didn't win with Sauce. We didn't win with Quinnen. I'm not going to knock those guys as if they weren't great players. But if we could get 2 1s for Sauce, and a lot of fans feel like he fell off a little bit, you're not going to take that? You got a 1. We didn't have a 2 next year. We got Dallas's 2 now, and we got that for Quinnen Williams. He didn't want to be here. So all I said was just get a man a chance. If we're wrong, if we're wrong, I'll eat my words. But at the end of the day, we've been wrong. So what good is it just to be negative? If you got a chance to just give him a chance. That's all I was saying to Rick.
It's a fair point.
I guess he just went off.
Well, listen, it's a different perspective.
But I love what
though.
you did because I've never seen him that unhinged on the air before, and I stress on the air before. To see that side of him and the fan of him come out and the frustration come out, I thought was cathartic. It made for great radio, but it was also, I think, extremely genuine.
Oh, there's no question about it. It was not performative of all. He doesn't do those things.
He doesn't do that. No.
No, listen, some people are going to be positive in this spot, and some people, I can't be the person who dictates how a fan chooses to handle their fanship. But I just think that if you are a fan and you want to remain a fan, we can't alter reality. The Jets season is what it is. You have a moment now where they won a game a couple of weeks ago. They go on a bye. They get 3 number 1 picks at the deadline. Maybe they go beat Cleveland on Sunday, and you feel like, hey, considering we're living in perpetual hell, the last few weeks, not so bad. Now, if you get a few bucks in your pocket, what you could do is head over to Amazon and use Amazon Pickup.
Yes, you can.
Because the ultimate convenience play. Now, Amazon's a part of your everyday life already, but Amazon Pickup takes it to the next level. If you're pressed for time and you're on the go, like I am, you can choose to send your orders straight to a secure pickup location that works for you. Amazon lockers and counters are located near you no matter where you're at, and your package is ready when you are. So that way, if you've got work, family, like I have a little baby at home, I'm always on the move. Well, it's so easy to use Amazon Pickup. Choose a pickup location that's convenient for you. You get an email confirmation when the package is ready with instructions how to pick it up. It's quick, secure, no extra cost. Check it out for yourself. Go to Amazon.com/pickupmvp to learn more. That's Amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Now, Mougey did speak about the possible rebuild and all that. It's kind of interesting comments that I'm not 100% on board with. Booger McFarland will join us at 4 o'clock. We got a list at 4:30. Ian at 6. We got a full show today till 7. And then it's Knicks basketball on ESPN New York. So we're talking about a rebuild, and clearly that's what it is. The Jets traded off a bunch of talent that, this year is pretty much over. And, next year's not looking very bright either. But Darren Mougey said, not a teardown. That's why we kept Hall.
Wouldn't call it a teardown, and I understand the question, but through these processes, we talk about a lot of things, and we field a lot of calls, and we've got values, and Brees is a talented player, and he's going to help us compete and win games the rest of the season.
Now, I feel, guys, it's a tad bit disingenuous, okay? It is a teardown, all right? And you kept Brees Hall because apparently, according to reports, the highest offer you got was a fourth-rounder from Kansas City, and you wanted something no lower than the third round. So, listen, if Kansas City offered you a third round, then he's probably gone. So let's not make it be like, oh, we kept Brees Hall because it's not a teardown. There wasn't a complete teardown because you weren't able to get the assets you were looking for Brees Hall. Now, Brees spoke today. Did you have a desire to be traded?
I think there's just been a lot of stuff out, from just stemming from the summer. There's been a lot of stuff that's true and false. So, I just let that be what it is. It's out there. It is what it is. But, I'm here and I'm worried about, we're playing Cleveland this week. That's what I'm worried about.
Did you ever request a trade?
No.
It sounds to me like he would have been perfectly happy to be traded.
No one's telling the truth here. Mougey isn't telling the truth, and neither is Brees. And what do you expect? Like what? Again, we love when you have transparency, and we love that. But in this situation, it does Brees no good. And it's certainly for Mougey, he can't come out and say that they're not trying to win. The league doesn't want you to say that. So he has to say, oh, no, of course, no, it's not a full teardown. We're still trying to win games. It's important to us to win games. He has to say that. There's no GM could come out and just be like, well, no, look, proof's in the pudding, right? We just got rid of two big players. Of course, what do you think we're trying to do?
His owner just raised ticket prices last week. So what are you supposed to do? I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying that, we're calling for what it is. Now, Brees was asked the $64,000 question, asked if he'd like to be back next year.
Do you want to be here next year?
They'll have me, yeah.
Oh, so have there been any talks about it?
No talks. Like I said, I'm focused on balling on Sundays and letting the rest of it take care of itself.
And that's the right answer because he's here, and he's here for the rest of the year, right? And there's a very good chance he's going to be here next year. So he doesn't want to blow anything up. Remember, Wilson said all the right things when the Giants made Dart the starting quarterback because he knew there was no exit strategy. So as long as he's going to be the backup, he's got to say all the right things. But I'm sure if Brees ends up someplace during the offseason or if he signs someplace else, eventually the truth will come out that he was disgusted on that day because it went from him being on a team that had a chance of being relevant to a team that, let's face it, he's going to be spending a couple of years of his prime as a running back at a team going nowhere.
Well, and it may be, a running back prime could end up being, 6 years if you have a good career?
What is he, 24 now, Alan? Or just turned 24? Hall?
Brees?
Yeah, he's very young. So he's
still pretty young, but we know that window's short. 24. Now, is there a world, though, where and I'm not saying that they would do this because the answer is no, they wouldn't. But is there a world where you could have an honest conversation where you just say, hey, I love being a Jet. I planned on being a Jet. Obviously, things have changed in terms of the way the future looks. We traded away some big pieces. This is going to be a project. And, yeah, it's hard for me right now to know that I could be a ways away from being able to compete for a title, and that's what I want to do.
It's interesting you say that because the last cut we have.
Go ahead.
Would he have welcomed a trade away from the Jets?
I mean, I don't think it's up to a player to be traded. It's not really.
Some guys do.
It's not really. Yeah, but it's not really like. I think in my situation, it was. If I was going to be traded, it was going to be whether I wanted to be or not.
Yeah.
So
were you hoping to be?
Nah, it's just like I said, it was. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen whether I wanted it to or not. So it was one of those things where I was like, I mean, I can't control what's going to go on. It's going to be what it's going to be. So I just got to be where my feet are and take it with a grain of salt, whatever happens.
Well, he sounds thrilled, doesn't he?
Well, what he's saying to you is whether I wanted to or not wasn't going to matter.
Right.
If I walked into Woody's office and said, trade me, then it wouldn't have happened any more or less than if he didn't walk in there at all. He didn't have any kind of a say. Like in Slapshot, what do I say? Trade me. Trade me right blanking now. And hang
up the phone. And then he goes, thanks. And he hangs up the phone.
If he had done that, it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, they were going to do what they're going to do. So acceptance is the word that I get from Brees Hall.
Oh, yeah.
It's just accepting
and by the way,
reality.
Even though I'm saying I'd love to hear him say the truth, I just want to say I totally understand what he's doing. And you know what? He's also thinking, hey, this might be my home for the next few years. I don't want fans to ever think it's a totally respectable way to handle it. We know it's not true. And I don't and by the way, Brees, from the three of us, we don't blame you.
No.
We feel you've been nothing but a good soldier, and it's a tough spot to be in.
Now, think about this, too. Braylon Allen doesn't get hurt. Do they move him regardless if they take the third? Because they still need somebody to, right? You need somebody.
If Braylon Allen doesn't get hurt?
Braylon Allen's good. It's probably, right? I don't know if it's official yet, but I mean, I don't think he's coming back this season.
Yeah, somebody's got to run the ball.
Yeah, so, right? Doesn't it feel like that's also part of the reason?
Yes.
We can't really afford to not have a running back.
Right. You've got to field the team. Even if your sole purpose isn't to win the game, you still have to have a roster. You still have to play.
You know what's interesting? Let me throw something at you.
All right.
We know they're a couple years away from trying to compete in earnest, right? Does that part of it make you say, screw it, let's just hope they win as many games as they can the rest of the way? And, Don, try to remove the fact that you always prefer a team to win and not intentionally lose. But, if they come back and win again on Sunday in Cleveland, if you're a fan right now, do you not want to see them get to 2 wins? Allen has already stated, and no less of an authority than Mike Greenberg seems to echo the same thing, and many others, there's not a lot out there. And if you don't end up past 1, there might not be anything out there at quarterback. Because that's the case, would you rather just see if you can win for this coach a bit, build a little mojo?
You're looking for what's the motivation to lose. The motivation to lose is get as high a pick as possible. But we know that might not mean anything. Winning tells me maybe this coach is good.
That's what I might rather see that.
Because ultimately what you're looking for, what all these picks you hope to do is be able to find a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least give yourself options for a quarterback. The other thing you're going to have to find out is if you have the coach. Now, they just gave Glenn a contract. So the hope is that the jury's still out on him. So, yeah, if I'm a fan, I root for them to play well, and I'm rooting for Aaron Glenn to be the guy. Because the idea that they're going to get rid of him after 1 year, I just don't – I can't see it. I just can't see that it's going to be done in 1 year. Vinny in Staten Island disagrees. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Vin?
How you doing, guys? Guys, this is not a teardown. You got rid of Sauce Gardner, who hasn't been on the field all year and is playing terrible, and you got rid of Quinnen Williams, who hasn't had a good year in 3 years. It's not a teardown. You just got 5 number 1 picks. It's not even close to a teardown. You got so many pieces on offense on this team. Listen, Justin Fields, probably not the guy. You go out, you got a guy like Jacoby Brissett, who's tearing it up in Arizona. Okay? You get a quarterback with Garrett Wilson. You got 2 number 1 picks next year. You got 2 of the best receivers in the draft. You got a good tight end. You got Braylon Allen back. You have something on offense. Now, the problem here is Aaron Glenn. It doesn't look like he's the coach. It just doesn't look like he's the coach that can do it. He just makes too many idiotic mistakes, and he's going to really have to learn a lot. So, in that case, got to stop saying it's a teardown because you really got rid of nothing. The guy who's going to come in.
But you can't say Quinnen Williams is not. There's no world where you can say Quinnen Williams is nothing.
You can't be one. You can't be 1-7. Get rid of 2 of your best players. Not call it a tear.
Going to be just as good, if not better.
Well, how do you know?
It's easy to replace an interior off defensive lineman. What does he have? 1 sack this year?
He doesn't.
Okay.
Just stop.
All right, I'm not going to argue.
We did the same thing.
We're going to get into the semantics of it. Whatever. I'm on board with you. They did the right thing. Okay, but
right.
In order to make your point, you don't have to disrespect the players that got sent away. All right? Sauce Gardner is a good player. He was having a good year. All right? Now, whether you want to get into the semantics of tear down, whatever, you're 1-7 with these guys, okay? And you're talking about quarterbacks don't even have. Now, I don't know if Glenn's the guy. Obviously, if I'm going to judge it on record, you say, no, he's not the guy. They're 1-7. But the idea that he's gone at the end of the year, I just don't see it. I don't see it. They've invested in a lot, and we'll see. They still have 9 more weeks to change hearts and minds. Booger McFarland, our weekly spot with him, coming up next. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, two powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Four o'clock in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you up until 7 o'clock. Good first hour. It's always a pleasure on a Wednesday to check in with Booger McFarland, Don LaGreca, Alan Hahn, Peter Rosenberg. How are you as we get ready for Week 9 in the NFL?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Good. Well, listen, Jets, 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 right? It's been a big deal over the last 40 hours for them. So let's just start it off there. What did you think of their trade deadline?
Well, I definitely understood what they were doing. It doesn't really pay to have high-priced defensive players and not have a quarterback. And so, the two timelines didn't really mesh up. Doesn't sound like Quinnen Williams was happy anyway, so you kind of accomplished two things with one. You get rid of a disgruntled player. You kind of reset your defense. You get a lot of draft capital, and you set yourself up to figure out what you're going to do at the most important position. I think it became obviously clear that the Jets needed a quarterback, and this organization is going nowhere without a quarterback. And so let's just kind of, I don't know if you say tear it down because they didn't get rid of Garrett Wilson, but I think they basically kind of took a defense that was pretty good, and they took the two highest paid players on that defense, and they said, we'll start over without these two. Let's figure out our quarterback, and then we'll go from there. It also signaled to me, I think this regime is going to be here a while. I think Aaron Glenn and the new GM are going to be here a while, and that's a good thing because you're going to have stability at the top. You're going to have stability with this organization, and now they got to figure out, can they identify what quarterback they need? So I thought all in all, it was a good day for the Jets. They're not going anywhere this season. And so do you continue to throw good money after a bad season? They said no, and so I understand what they did.
Boog, I just want to clear something up. What do you think of Quinnen Williams as a player right now?
I think he's a really good player. Now, he wasn't having the greatest year, and some of that had to do with being disgruntled. I've seen disgruntled players not play well. They go to a new organization, and, man, it's amazing how quickly it changes. I'm not going to hold too much into what I've seen so far. I think he's still a good player. I think he's going to be highly motivated now in Dallas, and Dallas will get the best version. So he's still a top 5 defensive tackle in football, I think. And so, he's going to be motivated also to get a new contract. So you're going to get the best version of Quinnen Williams when you get to Dallas based on those things.
What about I was kind of surprised at the value, Booger, for Sauce versus Quinnen. I know Sauce has an exceptional talent, and obviously if you find a shutdown corner, it's very valuable. But to me, he hasn't quite lived up to what we thought we would get from him. What did you think about the value there?
Really good value, man. Like I've never been one to know that $30 million corners are going to really pay a lot of value. Like if you think about the best corners we've ever seen, Dion, Champ Bailey, Darrelle Revis. Like, I don't think Sauce is in that category, but based on the market value, he's making $30 million a year. I think Indy needed a corner. They were willing to overpay based on where they are. I understood the deal. But I think if you're the Jets, you feel great about what you got back. You got 2 ones. You got another one for Quinnen Williams. So now you got what do they got, 5 ones over the next 2 years? If you can't find a quarterback, either in the draft, free agency, or trade with 5 ones, shame on you.
All right, so let's evaluate the destination. Will the next quarterback of the Jets be via the draft, free agency, or could they trade for a veteran? What do you think is the most likely of options for them?
Nah, I honestly have no idea. Okay. Usually good quarterbacks don't hit free agency. If they do, they're older quarterbacks, maybe like a Matthew Stafford or somebody. I don't think if you're the Jets, you want to go that route. So if you're going to get a younger guy, then it's going to be through the draft. And so do you identify a guy in this draft? Or do you say, you know what, we're going to wait until next year when it's Julian Saying and Arch Manning and see if one of those guys are going to be what we're looking for. I think either way, this is for the long haul. Like, this is not, and Jets fans need to be patient. This is not right now. This is not, hey, we're going to be a contender in 2 years. This is a 5-year play. And whether they get the quarterback in 26 or the quarterback in 27, I think it's still a 5-year play.
Well, you're making us wait even longer. It's only been 15 years since they made the playoffs, Book. So what, like, if you're talking that way to me, are you suggesting then that the quarterback that they got to get is not going to be right away? That this isn't going to be a big splash draft for the Jets, and that these picks won't be used to make a, again, Aaron Glenn comes from Detroit where they made the big Stafford for Goff trade, and that turned things around. We've seen some teams make moves where they find I hate using retread, but I don't know any other way to put it. We see Baker Mayfield finding new life in Tampa where he lands, Sam Darnold. Like it's not going to be something like that next year. Is that what you feel?
Yeah, I agree because unless there's a quarterback that becomes available that we don't know about, then you're kind of spinning your wheels again. Like, is there a retread that you want to try? Like, who's going to be available? I mean, Anthony Richardson might be available. Like, you've kind of gone down that road with Justin Fields. Yeah. Somebody's got to play quarterback next year if they don't draft one. Maybe they bring back Fields. Maybe it's Tyrod Taylor. Somebody will be in the spot. But as far as the guy who's going to be the starting point for this new regime, you're going to have to draft that guy either in 26 or 27.
Damn.
We're talking to Booger McFarland, his weekly spot here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Were you surprised the Giants were quiet?
Not really. I mean, what were the Giants going to do? I mean, right. Malik Neighbors is hurt. You think you found your quarterback, so it's not like you're going anywhere this year. So you let Jackson Dart play it out. If I thought they would do anything, maybe trade away Thibodeau, if at all, but I wouldn't have done that. So, no, I'm not surprised at all. Okay. I think the Giants are going to load up this offseason, get Neighbors back healthy, decide what to do with Thibodeau or do nothing at all, and then you build around this quarterback next year. I think the Giants will be really active in the offseason headed toward the draft, but I didn't expect them to do anything yesterday.
Now, if you're – back to the Jets for a moment, I just posed this question to Don. If you're not sure that the quarterback is coming from the draft, and as you just astutely pointed out, there's a chance that the accumulation of those picks isn't going to be about a draft pick, but maybe moving those picks somewhere else. If you're a Jets fan, you think you're more interested in seeing them lose games and have a chance at the number one pick, or in a draft that people think is somewhat thin, would you rather see them stack a few W's, get some momentum, and show they want to play for this coach?
Yeah, I think Aaron Glenn is going to try to identify what guys are going to play for him. So they're going to be competitive. Can they win or not would depend on how the ball bounces. I wouldn't expect them to win a lot. If they get 2 or 3 more wins this season, count it all joy. And, the main thing is this. If you're going to suck and get a high draft pick, organizations will never say this because we're not going to tank. There's no such thing as tanking in football. But I think what you can do is you can play young players realizing that those young players are going to make a lot of mistakes and grow in the job. And if they grow and they make plays and you win, great. If they fail on the job and don't make plays and you lose, great. I think it's a win-win situation.
If I could stay on the Jets also, Boog, is something because when we're talking about the quarterback's not going to be in this draft or the next draft and all that stuff, and we all understand just how important it is for a wayward franchise to find their quarterback because at least it gives you that belief you're heading in the right direction. The great example right here in this city is Jackson Dart and the Giants. You feel like you got your guy, and now you can build forward from there. Bart Scott yesterday brought up a name that as you look, you're like, well, when you say who's going to shake free, he said Kyler Murray is somebody that he'd keep an eye on and what's happening in Arizona. He's back on IR. He's not going to play for another couple of weeks. Jacoby Brissett is their starter right now, and they've had some success with him. It's a big contract. Is that a name? Would that surprise you, or do you think Bart's out of his mind?
I think anything's on the table, to be honest with you. Bart always has some far-fetching ideas.
Putting it lightly.
But it's always good to get different perspectives. So I don't think we really know. That's the cool part about it. When you get new regimes and you get new players entering the draft and all that stuff, you really never know what guys are going to do. So I think anything is on the table. And if anything wasn't on the table, I'd be surprised because I think there is a long way to go where you can say we have a team that can compete. And until you get there, you have to keep anything on the table.
Booger McFarland, our weekly spot here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Just quickly back to the Giants. You mentioned what they can do moving forward. Who's their coach? What would you do with Brian Daboll? Because next year's the last year of his contract. So, and you usually don't want a lame duck coach. So, you extending Daboll because of how Dart's played, or are you looking to go in another direction?
Well, I think that's going to depend on how these last 8 or 9 games go with Jackson Dart. If we see Jackson Dart continue to ascend, players are still playing, they knock off some victories, the quarterback looks like he's the guy, I think what you do at that point is, probably maybe a 2-year extension. You bring back Daboll, you add 2 years because you're not going to make him coach as a lame duck. So maybe you add 2 years. Now you got a 3-year deal, which coincides with Jackson Dart's deal. And if and when you decide to extend Dart or not, you can decide whether you want to extend Daboll or not. And that's kind of how I would do it because I think if the quarterback's playing well and you fire the coach and bring in somebody else, then what if the quarterback regresses? You're gonna hate that you did that. So this is his guy. Let him. Since I think we all agree there's promise here, and he identified his guy, then let him reap the benefits of it. That's what I would do.
Because the interesting thing is everybody attaches the success of the head coach to the success of the quarterback, especially when he's an offensive guy like Brian Daboll is. But what if he continue to lose games? What if it looks like the way it looked against San Francisco, where the quarterback played well, you put up 24 points, but it looked like your defense gave up? They had 2 straight drives in the second half, Booger, where there were touchdown drives for San Francisco, and the 49ers threw the ball once on the 2 drives combined. Just drove right down their throat. Listen, I'm not going to pretend to know as much football as a former player, but to me, it looks like the defense gives up and it's not like the 49ers run the ball well. I know they got McCaffrey, but they came in ranked at the lower end of the league in running the football. When I see a team get manhandled like that, boy, it looked like they were tapping out.
Well, I don't think if anybody tapped out. I think what you have is you have one of the more creative play callers in Kyle Shanahan. You have a team that maybe wants to rush the passer a lot in the New York Giants, and, Kyle wasn't going to let them rush the passer. So you came off, you hit them in the mouth, and they were just more physical. I'm not going to say the guys gave up, but whether I like it or not, which I really don't, this is a quarterback league, man. And if your quarterback's playing well, you got a chance. If you don't have a quarterback and he's not playing well, you got no shot. So I get it. If the defense sucks, bring in a new defensive coordinator. But the quarterback has to be the guy. And when you get a quarterback, man, it's amazing. Everything changes in your organization. Just look at Indy. Daniel Jones, the coach coached him up, and now they're trading away number 1 picks because, A, they're going to sign Daniel Jones back after the season, and B, they think they can win a championship right now. All of that changed based on one guy. So, you have to get that guy. Brian Daboll handpicked Jackson Dart, and to me, if you fire Daboll and bring in a new coach, then guess what's going to happen? That coach ultimately can say, well, that's not my guy. You forced me to work with somebody else. Let me pick my guy. And then now you start that cycle all over.
Hey,
I would put him on a 2-year extension. I would put him in the same category with Jackson Dart. Here's the coach who picked you. Let's go to work. Now, if you need to fire the defensive coordinator and bring in a new defense, I get all that. That's fine. But as much as I hate it, guys, it's all about that one position, and that's what our league has become.
You mentioned the Colts. So who do you believe in more? The Colts, who just come off a loss, or the Seahawks? If there's one of those two teams is going to make a run, who do you believe in more?
Wow, that's a good question. I think styles make fights, and I think if they were to match up, I would probably favor Seattle. However, I do think the Colts are a better football team, top to bottom. Both teams are very talented. I think that would determine how you feel about Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones. Most people would probably say Sam Darnold because they've seen a better body of work so far over the last couple of years. Daniel Jones, this is kind of his first year getting it done. We saw Sam Darnold go, 15-2 last year?
Mm-hmm.
But, man, Daniel Jones is playing some good football. Both of those two teams are really good. I think they're both going to be playing deep into January. That's a good question, though. You know, usually you don't ask me any good questions, but that's a good one.
Damn. You know what? I couldn't agree with you more, Booger. Now, last one from me. I was getting annoyed with some folks in on DC Sports Talk Radio who were getting into the whole RG3 conversation and Jaden Daniels being injury prone. Do you view, because of what this year has been, do you now view Jaden Daniels as an injury prone player, or is this more just a guy who shouldn't have been playing in a game with not a lot of positive happening for a football team who has a freak injury happen?
I just view it as a guy that has a freak injury, man. Like, football is not a if you're going to get hurt, it's a when. Everybody gets hurt. It's a part of it. Like, everybody gets hurt. It just so happens he's a quarterback. But you just look at any roster. Everybody gets hurt. Now, you don't want the quarterback to get hurt because it's magnified at that point. But injury prone, I'm not going to say that. I watched him play at LSU for 2 years. He never got hurt. He played last year, didn't get hurt. He might have been banged up or whatever, but like, this is really the first significant time he's missed, and I've watched him play the last 4 years. So in 4 years of playing, for him he's probably going to miss the rest of the year. So if he misses the rest of the season, three really good years and then a half season, I think most teams would take that.
Booger, I hope you're right, man. Your mouth to God's ear. He comes back healthy next year. Thanks for the time as always, buddy.
Thank you.
All good. Have a good one, man.
All
Later,
right.
man.
That's Booger McFarland's weekly spot at 4 o'clock on Wednesdays here on ESPN New York.
Now, I can bet you guys something right now.
What is that?
Well, I bet you Jaden comes back healthy.
Okay.
I don't know if I can bet it on FanDuel, but if I could, I would.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's already Thursday, and every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot. Here's how they do it. FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot. You win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get in on the action this Thursday, all you got to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off, and if your player scores the first or last TD of the game, you win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Peter to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Peter for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner in the NFL. 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize tool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 20 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for all the gambling problem. Call 877-8-OPEN-WIRE. Text OPEN-WIRE 467-369.
It's so frustrating for me as a Giant fan to hear everybody attach Daboll's return to Dart. And I feel like I'm whistling in the wind here as like the lone Pied Piper of this. Has Jackson Dart played well?
Yes.
I think so.
Have the Giants won while he's played well?
At times.
Their offense has been remarkably better since he took over. And that's Brian Daboll's offense.
Okay.
It has been remarkably better. They are one of the best teams in the league on third down.
Mm-hmm.
and when Russell Wilson was the quarterback, they barely would get a third down completion. Okay? So there's things that he's done with the offense that has Daboll saying, see, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
That's what it'll look like. And then he'll add, and if I had Malik Neighbors, if I had a second wide receiver that balanced out the field, if I had, again, they got a young tight end right now, and Dart loves him, and he uses him well. But it's different things. When they had Scadaboo, and Scadaboo was doing things where it's like, see, like we can use him this way, and look, that's what it's supposed to look like. You got to admit that what they've done since he's taken over, he has made mistakes, yes, but he's young.
Right.
But they have been a way better offense than what Russell Wilson was, and even last year with Daniel Jones.
Okay, it's interesting because
you don't see it.
No,
your eyes tell you.
Your eyes tell you it. I've seen it, but I've seen a win against the Charger team that I don't know if is any good or not, and a win against the Eagles that at the time the Eagles were a mess.
And what you also saw, you heard Boog say it. This is all Shane Bowen, man.
All right, and why is Shane Bowen here? I wondered aloud.
You know why I've said the same thing.
Go ahead.
It's the same thing about how Wink was here, and he's a really good DC, and you couldn't handle him because he's a big personality. And that's part of the problem, and that's the criticism of Daboll that you have. If you're going to go anywhere, it's that. It's the CEO part of it. I would not go after Daboll's ability to have an offense, run an offense, and coach an offense. My concerns are him going into the tent, him flying off the handle on the sidelines, out of control. By the way, you're going to love this, Don. You ready? Graham Gano, back on injured.
I know. I just looked at a lot of guys that are hurt because
this is stuff that drives you crazy as a head coach. You need to be attention to detail and not emotion. Those are the parts that concern me about him as a head coach. But offense, no, I wouldn't go there.
But you're making my point.
Okay,
is that there's no question that he is a quarterback whisperer, and there's no question that he knows what he's doing on offense. But what I've seen during this span is a team that has now lost 3 games in a row. Yep. One of them in embarrassing, colossal fashion in Denver, and then no bounce back against Philadelphia, no bounce back against San Francisco. And listen, I'm not going to argue with Booger McFarland. He played. But it looked like that team tapped out. I'm sorry. Watching that game, it felt like they didn't even want to be on the field anymore. They couldn't figure it out against San Francisco and just running right down their throat. All right.
By the way,
you're right. Frustration with the game plan. That'll make you tap out.
No former player. Future, you know this. No former players admit that a team's quitting.
Right.
But they'll never say it. It's like calling someone the worst thing in the world, so they refuse to ever.
And they don't want to. They don't want to call out their brethren, and I get that. And he might be right because again, he's a lot closer to it than I am. But you're also in the business of winning games, guys, and they're not winning games. All right. For all the offense is done, and Allen's right. They've been terrific since Dart took over on third down. And they're scoring points, and they look good, and they look like they're functioning, and yet they've lost 3 games in a row, and they've got 2 wins during that span. 3 losses in a row, and also a miserable loss to the Saints, the only win the Saints have during this run. So I'd like to dig a little bit deeper than, hey, he's attached to the quarterback. Give him credit for Dart. Give him credit for turning the offense around. Yeah, a head coach has a lot more responsibility than just one side of the football. His ultimate responsibility is to win games, and he's not winning any games. And you can tell me about injuries. Yes, they'd be better. They'd be better if Neighbors was healthy. But they lost that game with Cam Scadaboo. They were on their way to losing to Philadelphia with a healthy Scadaboo. So I'm just getting tired of the narrative, and they might all be right. Daboll will get extended because of Dart. But am I wrong to want a little bit more than just my quarterback playing well? I know it's a quarterback league, and I know you need a quarterback. But aren't there other things to being a head coach than just that?
Not only am I with you, Don, I'm not willing to give Jackson Dart to Daboll. I consider Jackson Dart to be a Shane win. Shane is the one who got back into the bottom of the first round and got Jackson Dart.
Yeah, Peter, just to be clear.
That's fine.
Daboll was the one who said, this is the one this is the quarterback I want. Remember, in the previous draft when they didn't take a quarterback, Daboll had his favorites they weren't able to get. He spent a lot of time with J.J. McCarthy and actually liked him personally, but they didn't draft him because he didn't feel like he was the right fit.
But that doesn't mean...
So this is really a Daboll decision. The quarterback's the coach's decision.
The decision part's fine, Alan. What I'm saying is I don't believe it's his coaching him that's making us see what we're seeing in Jackson Dart. And
that's fair.
And I don't think it's enough reason to. And this
what you're
back
saying is that give the kid credit, no matter where he went, this was who he was going to be in the NFL.
And by the
what you're saying?
and not only that, I'm saying it's great that Daboll had an eye for him, and Shane agreed if that's how you're saying it went down. But unfortunately, we're not coaching Daboll to be our GM. You're not paying him to be the GM. He's the head coach.
Yeah.
I don't think the coaching that he's doing for Jackson Dart, as hyped up as he is and banging heads with him and loving on him, I think he's a talent. And I think we all know there's a talent here. But I just saw Daboll with a guy for a few seasons who went off to Indianapolis and looks like a completely different guy. So unless I see more growth over the next 8 games from Jackson Dart, I don't know that I think Daboll's doing that much.
But even if he is, there's got to be more to it than just that. And I think we get so caught. We're just having the Jets. The Jets are looking for the quarterback. What does it matter unless you have the quarterback? I understand the quarterback is the most important thing, but you know what's right next to it? The coach. Doesn't work with just the quarterback. As they were saying in Los Angeles with Herbert, right? Herbert's a talented quarterback. You had an awful head coach who wasn't going anywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know I got the coach. And if all it is turning the quarterback around, I'm seeing a lot of losses. And if we're all admitting that it's not the quarterback's fault, then whose fault is it? All right, just replace the defensive coordinator. Well, why is the defensive coordinator here? If we're going to give him credit for demanding Shane to draft Dart, then why can't we discredit him for demanding that they hire Bowen?
Beautifully said. Now, listen.
Can't argue there.
Listen, Jalen Hyatt becoming a gigantic failure, that's not on Daboll. Neighbors getting hurt, Scadaboo getting hurt. These things aren't on Daboll. But the bottom line is, as Booger just said, every team is hurt.
Every team.
Can you get through it or not?
2-7, 2-7, 2-7. The last 3 years. It can't all be because of injury. 1-800-919-3776. It's Wednesday. I got a list.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS. YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Not moving much at the Midtown Tunnel. Trying to make your way into Manhattan. Some police department activity on the Queens side. LIE westbound. Jam there from the BQE. All of your approaches the outbound. George, pretty bad. Worst of it, Cross Bronx westbound. Solid there from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Adding to the delays, a broken down truck on the upper deck. Inbound George, just about 5 to 10 for the upper level. Outbound Lincoln will run you 5 to 10. Outbound Hahn, 15 to 20. Over in Jersey, no no relief on 78 eastbound right before exit 48 for 24 in Springfield. Overturned tractor-trailer in the left lane. After that, locals shut down on the eastbound side. Accident investigation by exit 49 for Vauxhall Road in Union. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Introducing the new ESPN Fox One bundle. Unlock all of ESPN and all of Fox One with one unbeatable price. Catch the biggest games, college football, NBA, NHL, and more on ESPN. Stream your faves, Big Noon Saturday, the World Series, and NASCAR on Fox One. All for just $39.99 a month. That's 20% off. The ESPN Fox One bundle. Offer valid for eligible subscribers only. Access content from each service separately. Savings compared to purchasing both plans separately. See stream.espn.com for complete terms and conditions.
You just made the list, buddy.
This is The List with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
So, of course, the Jets make huge news yesterday with their big trades with Indianapolis and Dallas. So I thought to myself, you know what?
Yeah.
The day before, I've got to come up with a list. How about the biggest football trades in New York history? There's not a lot. Not a lot, because it's not like baseball and the other sports where there's tons of trades. Usually we don't see a lot of trades.
And not to mention, I'm gonna get these wrong and not remember that it's a free agency signing and not a trade.
So you got to be careful because people are like, well, Curtis Martin. Well, Curtis Martin.
Kumar. That's Kumar.
It was there was compensatory stuff with the signing and all that. So there's a couple. I could correct you, but Alan, you want to just lay back and hear them, or do you have any ideas?
No, because I'm with. There's some that like, was it a trade? Was it a signing? Because it is. Right. There's a lot of technicality to it. I'd rather lay out and take it all in.
That's why I asked, because I think it's a legit question. Unless you had something, but it looks like Peter's percolating something.
I'm thinking things. I'm just thinking things.
You're thinking things.
Favre both directions with signings and releases.
No. They traded for Brett Favre.
So let me throw Favre.
No,
didn't make it.
It's an honorable mention.
Wow, you thought about it.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah.
But what are we talking? an 8-3 start, and then doesn't tell anybody about the shoulder.
It's just a big name.
No. Listen, if you want to go by significance of the names, but I'm trying to think of some like really successful.
Led
deals.
to something here.
Impactful.
Impactful.
Moves. Yeah. Let's hear that.
All right,
No. What about getting Eli Manning here?
Oh, see now
we're having a freaking
see what happens when you
conversation?
don't take
When
a
I
name.
use my noggin?
You know, when you decide, you know what, maybe I'll tackle somebody, even though I'm frustrated with the play call.
Yeah, the Giants could have had this idea in the second half last week.
Well, you know what? Not only did you make a guess,
go ahead,
but to me, it's number one.
Number one. That's
you know
Super
what?
Bowl
This is what happens. This is what happens when you
get aggressive and go for it.
That's right. So, of course, everybody remembers back in 2004's draft, Eli Manning doesn't want to go play with the San Diego Chargers.
Why would he?
So what happens? The Giants they take Rivers, and of course the Giants trade Rivers. Sean Merriman, who was a pretty good defender back in the day, Nate Kading, who was a good kicker, and these were names that I remember because everybody kept saying when Eli got off to a slow start, you know, we could have Sean Merriman, we could have Nate Kading, we could have Phillip Rivers. No, we had Eli Manning, and he won 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and eventually he's going to end up in the Hall of Fame. So I've got that deal with the San Diego Chargers as number one. So good job, Peter. He's gonna Allen. He's feeling it.
I know. I can tell. Look at him.
I have a feeling this next tackle attempt is going to separate a shoulder.
More like when I was tackled by the weatherman in the baseball game.
Yeah.
Give me real quick. Give me a breakdown. How many are Jets and how many are Giants?
Good question. We've got
how many are Bills?
No Bills.
Really?
Okay.
That ended with congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays for going to the World Series. I've got 2 Jets. I got 2 Jets and 2 Giants left.
2 Jets and 2 Giants.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this.
I'm having fun with it.
I know. I can see the smoke coming out from his headphones.
One more question.
Yes.
What eras are we
eras.
operating?
He wants eras.
I want eras, yeah.
I would say I'll give you decades. One barely in the 21st century. We've got
barely 21st century. Okay.
Right. We've got 80s and we've got 60s.
60s is going to be tough for me. I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest with you.
You know what? I just think you should take the tackle and
that's it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be frustrated with at least one of them. The barely in the 21st century one's going to annoy me. But all right. I don't want to hurt myself.
Okay. Well, we're going to go in order. All right. Since we have one, I'm going to go 5 and then up to 2.
Okay.
Right? Number 5 is the one in the early 21st century.
Oh, this one's going to annoy me.
This is when the Jets traded Keyshawn Johnson to Tampa.
Okay.
For 2 first-round picks that resulted in John Abraham and Anthony Beck.
You know what? I'm really glad I did not attempt. Because, Alan, I try to make that tackle. I'm getting my head stepped on. It's the shoulder, it's the head. I'm out for 2 weeks.
Now, the reason I bring this up.
That's good research, though, for Don.
I'll
give Don credit for the research because I can't. Only Rich Cimini would be able to
the
recall
reason that I bring this up is because you remember as a Jet fan, Alan, that the Jets got the 2 first-round picks there, already having 2 first-round picks, giving them 4 first-round picks in the 2000 draft. They would also select Sean Ellis, who was not no one. He was taken 12th overall, spent 11 years with the Jets.
That's a great pick.
He's their 3rd leading sacker of all time behind Klecko and Gastineau.
Huh? You going Sacker?
Yeah, we're going to go Sacker.
Michael K. and Don and what's the other?
How would you have put it?
Rosenberg or something like that?
Is that him?
That's Keyshawn.
Oh, that was Keyshawn?
Love Keyshawn.
Well, how would you? 3rd leading sacker?
Third in sack total?
All right,
yeah.
Fine.
No, he's a sacker.
But once I committed to that direction of the way of saying it, sacker was all that was left for me, right?
You sounded very British, though. Like it was a very British thing to say.
Yeah. Right. He fired 73 and a half people while he was with the Jets for 11 years, and they also got Chad Pennington. So that was, and we don't know how it all shakes down, but without the key trade, who did they end up getting and all that? So I have that at number 5.
All right, let's see.
Number 4, and it was a quiet move back in 1986. The Giants wanted a little depth at running back. So they decided to send a 2nd and a 7th round pick to the then St. Louis Cardinals for Otis Anderson.
OJ.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's just a backup, and he does score a touchdown at the end of Super Bowl 21. But then, of course, you fast forward 4 years later, he's the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty significant trade. Didn't seem like a big deal at the time, but ended up being a contributor to a Giant championship. I have that at number 4.
4. Okay, so there's a Jet one coming up.
Now, the number 3, people may not realize.
Go ahead.
Is that the Jets got Joe Namath because of the trade.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do this.
Now,
I thought.
Oh, my God.
In the trade, they sent Jerry Rome to the Houston Oilers to get their pick, and that pick was used on Joe Namath.
Oh, my God.
Listen, right now we're still searching for the next Joe Namath.
I get, it's a whole technicality, right? But there was something funny about that trade. But you're right. Technically, it was a trade.
Well, first of all, the fact that you could take Joe Namath 12th overall was because he might go to the NFL.
Right.
The Cardinals had drafted him. He didn't want to go to St. Louis. He wanted to go to New York.
Right.
And I think Houston probably knew that they weren't going to take Namath because maybe he wouldn't want to go to Houston either.
Right.
So Jerry Rome in exchange of picks there to get the 12th overall pick that ends up landing you your franchise quarterback, and your only franchise quarterback I think deserves to be on the list, and I've got that at number 3.
That's 3?
That's right.
Wow.
Why? Well, who are you taking out?
Give me 2. Give me 2.
Well, how about 2?
Yeah.
How about the New York Giants trading Lou Corteleone, who was a guard, second-year guard, kid from Jersey City.
Oh,
to the
with that last name?
To the
Oh,
San
boy.
Francisco 49ers for Y.A. Tittle.
That's a big one.
And Tittle spent 4 years with the Giants, but went to the championship games in 61, 62, and 63. So going to the championship game before the Super Bowl, so basically going to the Super Bowl 3 straight years after a trade, pretty good trade, I would say. And I've got that at number 2.
See, I got to push.
All right, I'm going to recap here.
Go.
Number 5, Key, getting traded to Tampa. Number 4, Giants trading for Otis Anderson with the Cardinals. Number 3, the Jets trading Jerry Rome to Houston for the rights to select Joe Namath at 3. Number 2, the Giants acquiring Y.A. Tittle from San Francisco. And number 1, the Eli Manning deal with the San Diego Chargers.
I like it.
Peter, no reaction at all to the player that Y.A. Tittle was traded for. What was the last name again, Donnie?
Lou Corteleone.
Yeah, Corteleone.
Look at it.
From Jersey
No,
City.
honestly, you know what name
Look
I was
what they have done to my boy.
Corteleone. No, what I ended up thinking
They
about
just
was
traded him for Y.A. Tittle.
They traded my boy.
I ended up spending my time thinking about, in that I'm not kidding, in that moment, how when you really think about it, how unfortunate the name Tittle is. That was actually where
it
I was.
almost dares you to be great.
Well, and it's Y.A. It's your Tittle.
Yeah. Because if you're a teacher.
Wow.
Quit playing with your Tittle.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Y.A. though.
Y.A.
You're Y.A. Tittle. You're a bus driver, school teacher, program director.
By the way, where does Y.A.? Never
what
in the
is
history
Y.A.
of man.
Now I've got.
Was he a rapper? Was he like Young Anthony? like Lil? Is it like he was a Lil? Y.A. You do not
Yelberton,
hear.
by the way, his name is Yelberton Abraham.
Yelberton?
Yelberton.
Yo, the further you go into his name, the weirder it gets.
Yelber.
All right, so you've got Yelberton Tittle.
Yeah.
You got Abe Tittle or Y.A.
Y.A. was the right call.
I think Y.A. was the call.
They made the right choice.
His father's name was Abraham, so there's that.
Yeah.
And they just had to go Yelberton. Has there ever been another human in the world named Yelberton?
I don't know. But
How do you come up with that?
And what are you going by?
Yelby.
Bert?
Yelbsy.
Y.A. though, I've never heard another Y.A.
I never heard
of
another Y.A. But
Donnie.
Yes.
In all respect.
Yes.
Respectfully. Namath has got to be. It's got to be number 2. You got a Super Bowl out of it, and the only one.
Y.A., man. I'm
it's
sorry.
It's the greatest trade
Y.A.
in Jets history. It's one of the great. I know it's a.
He's a big
bogus
Y.A.
thing.
guy.
I'm a big Y.A. guy.
I know you're a big Y.A. guy. You're a big Tittle. But this,
big ya.
I mean, the whole
Ya
Namath, the getting Namath was everything, not just for the Jets, but for the league.
No, don't even get me started on it.
Oh, here we go.
Don't even get me started on that overrated myth that it led to the merger. It's a lie. It's disrespectful to the Jets is what it is.
It's funny
that's why I got people like the late Bubba Smith claiming the game was fixed and all that garbage. Jets were the better team. They won. Good for them. Y.A. Tittle was a better quarterback.
By just about everybody
It's Y.A. I mean, when you think about that picture of him bleeding from the temples in Pittsburgh.
Bleeding out.
No. I'm looking at it.
You know what?
I'm looking at it.
I love Joe. I knew Joe. I considered Joe a friend.
You knew him?
Joe kissed my cheek. Never met Y.A. I'm sorry.
Wait, when you say kiss your cheek, you meant that in a
which
nice
one?
way? Like come kiss you on the cheek?
I told
or
you
you're
that
saying
story.
kiss my cheeks?
No.
Oh,
I told you
wow.
he came in while I was in segment talking. Michael was abroad, and he came in and he just kissed me on the cheek. And then I always talk about how there was a little earthquake in Saddlebrook, New Jersey.
I know.
My father was spinning in his grave.
I love the man.
It's a little
love
earthquake.
the man. Yeah, no, he made him sick.
Little tiny earth. Oh, my father would have beaten. If he had saw that, he would. I think he just never might throw up in his mouth. I think he would like exorcist in the studio. Hated Joe. Hated him.
But Joe was so entertaining.
I know, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
You talk about how it's disrespectful that I continue to follow Jimmy Traina on Twitter, even though he doesn't like Michael.
Yeah.
That I befriended Joe Namath is the height of disrespect. To my own father. But that's how great a man Joe Namath is, but why he was the better quarterback.
You hear that?
So is that your only gripe? I can live with that.
That's it. It was
now,
just
there's other honorable
significance for me, but you don't have the same feeling I do.
Well, there you go.
So it's fine.
Jets
it's your
traded up
list.
to 5 to get Mark Sanchez. They also made a trade with Carolina that was able to get Darrell Revis.
Yeah, but
technically, the Bill Parcells acquisition was a trade.
That is true.
They had to give draft compensation to New England for the rights to Bill.
And you got to argue that that's also a significant moment in the franchise's history because it showed you if you bring in somebody, it's the last time they brought anybody with a resume.
That's right. I don't know what scared them off. You'd think that would encourage them to do it more often.
Tell me about it.
But apparently it scared them off. So that's our list. Comments. There's Jake here. He'll be able to put it up on social media for all the people not listening.
You know what else I want you to add to this list later, though?
What's that?
I want a secondary list today.
The secondary.
I'm requesting.
Secondary. More work.
Yeah, since we talked about YA, I would like a top 5 initials list from Don. Obviously, YA is nowhere near it. Obviously, it's not on any list. But I would love for you to go top
YA
5
has to be number 1.
YA is it sports or can I go beyond sports?
No. Just what are the top 5 initials? You know, you got JJ, you got MJ.
You mean as far as popularity goes?
Just like the best
coolest?
ones. Coolest, best.
But give you a name?
I think biggest.
I think a better list is like the top 5 sports initials. First, like we only know this player by his like O.J. Simpson, right? Like that's
like, number 1 with a bullet.
Why?
So I
got to be number 1 with a bullet.
Well, number 1 with a knife. No, but real quick, I wasn't.
Is it too soon? It's 31 years.
It can't be at this point, right?
Now I didn't mean it in sports. I just meant I was curious about a general ranking of these.
Oh, ranking of what?
Of like what are considered the biggest.
I don't know.
Initials.
I'm kind of feeling like the sports one.
But the sports one's fun.
I just thought you wanted the biggest names in the world that have initials.
Oh, you were saying
first name.
Just off top of your head, Peter. You had JJ. JJ's an obvious one. It's got to be number 1. JJ's the most popular.
MJ's in the conversation.
AJ.
MJ.
AJ's
no, MJ wouldn't be in the conversation.
MJ's not in the conversation for biggest.
No, but who's an MJ?
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, but that's not how he goes. That's not his first name.
No. But I'm saying just biggest.
You've actually just now made this non-fun.
So Alan, what were you asking me? You were asking me sports?
No. I was going with people that go by initials rather than. So JJ's an obvious one, right?
But so if you're saying but you're not referring to a specific person, you're saying just the initials. Got it.
Yeah, I thought you were going off.
That's what I was saying. You're in the same place as me.
See, what I was thinking of the biggest people that have initials as the first name.
Both are interesting to me, although isn't OJ the one? We got a break. Let's keep thinking. Let's keep talking.
I'll answer that when we get back because it's our show. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you up until 7 o'clock. ENN at 6.
I keep dreaming about it.
On ESPN New York.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right. Lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN Suite. Catching the action alongside ESPN New York's Peter Rosenberg. Listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night.
Bud Light is proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Now, YouTube TV customers get the sport you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back. Don Hahn Rosenberg up until 7 o'clock. Got a little Knicks to talk about coming up at the top of the hour. We got ENN at 6. Full frontal today till 7. And the Knicks take on Minnesota. So some of the ones we were throwing out there for initials in like big names, like OJ would be one of the biggest, right? Not just in sports, but in
the world,
in pop culture and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The one I can think of, it's kind of old timey, and Peter laughed, is W.C. Fields.
To which I said, Alan, WC is YA adjacent.
Yeah, it's
well, what does WC stand for? Did you look it up?
I did not look it up. That's a good question.
Stand by.
Could it be a Wellington? Could there be a second Wellington in our life?
William Claude.
Yeah, William
Claude.
Yeah. Why is so? He actually, his whole name was William Claude Duncanfield.
I guess he just didn't think the Duncanfield would fly.
WC Field sounds a lot better.
You enjoy throwing up every 5 minutes, Claude?
Clark.
I thought so.
Does it ever not hit that drop?
Oh, he lost him in. He was only 66 when he died.
I love when Don says we lost someone. As if he was with us.
Well, he was
friends.
never with us.
Right.
He was born in the 1800s, Don.
They
didn't last very long, man.
He said we lost him and he died in the 1800s.
No, he died.
He was born in the 1800s.
Oh, sorry. When did he die?
1946. It was post-war.
You got to think that's
pre
a hell
the
of
K show.
Wait a second. For a guy that was born in 1880, that's a hell of a run.
1880 to 1946.
That's unbelievable.
Not bad.
In that era.
Not bad.
With everything that they were dealing with.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a pretty good run.
All right, so O.J. Simpson, are we saying that's number one?
Yeah, well, until further notice.
Orenthal. Yes, that's got to be one.
Orenthal's a tough name, too, by the way. Now, you're saying they're known as that Because both Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan get called MJ a lot.
I know, but that's not what we're talking. We're talking about.
But it's not their first name.
Not their first name.
No,
it's their last name that goes with it. That doesn't count. It's got to be
like J.J. McCarthy, except famous and good.
There you go. Right, exactly.
Well, we don't.
We'll see.
On hold for both.
C.J. Stroud.
Getting closer.
R.J. Santillo.
Yeah.
R.J. Santillo. Now we're talking.
J.J. Redick.
Okay.
Hate to say it, but it's a big one. I hate to say it. But that JJ from JJ like Dynamite is maybe one of the. He's in the conversation with OJ. Fictional, unfortunately.
But he also went with Jimmy Walker.
Well,
Jimmy Walker's the person.
Was the actor.
That's true.
But the character JJ.
Well, we can't do fictional characters.
No,
we can't do real people.
We can't.
No, I just had one and I lost it. That bothers me.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, PK Subban. PK is also WC and YAJs, isn't it?
By the way, what the hell is PK's name?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, Ballard hit me with one that is right on. How could I, of all people? CC.
Oh. Pernell Carl for.
Pernell Carl with a K. Subban?
CC Sabathia might be too.
CC, no, at least
Hall
in
of
New
Fame.
No, in New York,
in New York.
CC is huge.
Sabathia is really big. That's a good one.
Pernell Carl's his only name now. Yeah, that's how I know him.
The 2 times we ever get him on, that's what we're calling him.
Yeah, he might take a swing out. He might not feel comfortable with that.
CC's big, though, in New York.
CC is a really good one.
What's his name again? What's CC's real name?
Oh, that's a good one, too. I don't know. Do you know, Yankee fan?
No, I don't.
Fraud.
Well, that doesn't make him a fraud.
No, it does.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for wearing it.
How do I not know CC Sabathia?
Carlston Charles Sabathia. By the way, that's it. What a dignified name.
It is.
Carlston Charles Sabathia.
Sabathia.
So who else? Who are we? I know you guys know there's huge ones we're missing. I know it.
Of course.
And women too. Like there's we're forgetting all kinds of.
Not a big one,
because we're spitballing this. This is live. Like we don't have time to.
We need. I bet Twitter. I wonder if I haven't looked at the YouTube. I wonder if our comments have some good ones that we're forgetting. Oh no! What are you laughing at?
I can't even repeat it. DJ Dozier.
DJ Dozier. Okay, that's something.
I'm just grasping at straws here.
And again, we're not going with it simply you call them that. Like, Dennis Johnson was DJ, but I'm talking about their name.
No. Again, it's not. It's not.
How about AJ Burnett? How about this one? This is a good one. AC Green.
I just saw that in the chat.
You
just came up with it?
No, I just came up with it.
AC Green.
Did I
most famous virgin in history?
I've told you. Yeah, because that's my story.
What? You slept with AC Green?
No, I
took his virginity.
I come home from school one day, right? And my mom had a snack tray over by her chair.
Okay.
And it's a napkin, and written on the napkin, AC Green.
Oh, God.
It's like, my mom wouldn't know a basketball player. It's like, Ma, why did you write AC Green down on a napkin? She goes, he was on Oprah. And he talked about how he was a virgin until he was married. And I was going to tell you, see, there's a big NBA basketball player that was able to stay away from sex until they're married. You can too. I said, Ma, you don't have to worry. This is not an issue.
How old were you at the time?
Like 16.
Your mom, you got no idea.
Please, Ma, yeah.
Unless I marry this girl Nancy, it's never going to happen.
I was like, I'm AC Green by default here.
Right. He chose to be AC Green. Wow, that is such an awesome story. AC's very good. Oh, in the in Nickland, you got. By the way, Allen's completely punting, obviously, because J.R. Smith should have been there. What's his face? The kid R.J. Barrett just had the great R.J. Barrett. OG Anunoby, we got one right now. OG.
Yeah. OG is actually not even initials.
That's just. What do you mean?
His full name begins his full name. That's why I wasn't. His full name is. I want to make sure I pronounce it right, so I'm looking it up. His full name.
Meanwhile,
Nigerian is Ogugwa.
Oh, God. So the OG is not initials.
So it's not initials. It's just
when it's hard to pronounce. Like we just start shortening it. So for some reason now he goes with capital O and capital G, but no initials, no dots.
B.J. Armstrong.
That's a good one.
B.J. Surhoff.
Yeah. There's a few BJs.
Sorry?
Excuse me?
I'm just saying.
B.B. King,
oh,
for Christ's
that's
sake.
two. That's two.
I mean, B.B. King.
I'd put him one. I don't think you could argue number one.
Peter Don. See, that's why J.R. Smith's also. It's not. His name is Earl Joseph. He's J.R. because he's junior. Actually, he's a third. He's actually a third. He's not even a junior. But they call him JR, but he's Earl Joseph. So how does that count? He should be EJ.
It doesn't.
By the way, works at ESPN, EJ Manuel.
What about the great EJ Raddick?
The great EJ Raddick.
Yeah, EJ Raddick. Why didn't you think of that?
Let's see. Hold on a couple. In wrestling, the great JJ Dillon. That's a good pull from the chat here.
There's got to be a lot of wrestling guys, right, that do that? No.
Is there?
A lot?
Well, I mean, enough to recall, no?
Well, there are people with fake names that then have initials like JBL, Triple H.
The phones are blowing up with this. So
really?
Let's have fun with
it. We'll have some fun with it. We've got some Knicks coming up here at the top of the hour as well because Alan's at the Garden getting ready for the Knicks and the Wolves. He's going to be on that call. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg until 7 here on ESPN New York.
I have to tell you guys, though, I don't have any initials at all when it comes to bath fitter. I mean, I guess it would be BF, but really it's not about initials. It's about what they do. And the fact that I have had it done in my house, a tub to a shower renovation that is gorgeous. They do that, by the way. And then my sister liked it so much, she had a bathroom that she wanted to upgrade, and she did the full bath, a complete bath renovation, unique permafit solution is what she did. And she loves it too. So this is a great time to upgrade a bath in your house, especially with the holidays coming. You got people coming over, maybe even staying with you. A bath fitter consultant can take you through a process with their free in-home consultation. You can pick out style, color, all the specifics, accessories to update the bath the way you want it. They offer all types of custom bath renovations. As I mentioned, the PermaFit solution is a watertight fit. And by the way, it's fully guaranteed. This isn't something that's going to bubble in like 2-3 years because it has a lifetime guarantee. So if it's a lifetime guarantee, you know it's worth the money. And speaking of money, this would be definitely the time to do it because they have no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Think about it. No interest until April of 2027. Bathfitter is a permanent fit solution. They are the leader in bathroom renovation. Don't go with some of these newcomers that are trying to do it too. Go with the one that's been doing it from the very start. And the job is done in one day. That's why right now is the best time to do it. You have people coming over. You can get it done within a day. Durable, easy to clean, no demolition, and it's a lower cost than a full replacement. Did I mention the lifetime guarantee? You can trust the Bathfitter team just like we all did. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Not moving much at the Midtown Tunnel. Trying to make your way into Manhattan. Some police department activity on the Queens side. LIE westbound. Jam there from the BQE. All of your approaches the outbound. George, pretty bad. Worst of it, Cross Bronx westbound. Solid there from the Bruckner through to underneath the apartments. Adding to the delays, a broken down truck on the upper deck. Inbound George, just about 5 to 10 for the upper level. Outbound Lincoln will run you 5 to 10. Outbound Hahn, 15 to 20. Over in Jersey, no relief on 78 eastbound. Right before exit 48 for 24 in Springfield. Overturned tractor trailer in the left lane. After that, locals shut down on the eastbound side. Accident investigation by exit 49 for Vauxhall Road in Union. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
To the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat. Barzell for Horvat. Score! Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and 0 for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
Oh, yeah. Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time.
Turley time. It's Tully time.
I don't know how this happened. This is yesterday, so I got to skip back to today's. The Knicks host the T-Wolves at MSG with coverage immediately following us right here on 880 at 7 o'clock. And the Nets will visit the Pacers at 7. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. I scratched out the first one, but the second one was from yesterday. Again, the cut and paste. I've told people.
Oh, I know how you feel.
Dangerous.
If I was a boss, this is me, and it sounds mean-spirited, and me and Andrew Gunley used to get into fights about this all the time. If I were a boss, if you cut and paste, you're fired. Instantaneously. And I know it's hard, but you know how many mistakes happen because of cut and paste?
Well, first of all,
I actually blame the cloud on that one.
The first person that you fire, you got to at least have like the first warning shot, right? And then the tone is set that's what happens when you cut and paste. You can't just...
People here who cut and paste die.
Like, they got to know that's the standard,
here's the thing.
Before you just fire them.
No, I've always said that if I became a head coach in the NFL, in my opening press conference, I would say, don't even ask. I will not go for 2 unless there's less than 8 minutes to go in the game.
That's a rule.
It's a rule. And if I was hired as the program director of a radio station or a boss, in my opening remarks, I would say, anybody get caught cut and pasting, out.
On reads.
Anything. He doesn't know. He's against it in all situations.
No cutting and pasting.
But here's what I would say, because I'd say this to Andrew, because Andrew would cut and paste, and rarely made a mistake because he was brilliant. I would say, all right, you can cut and paste, just don't make a mistake. Kind of like the Aaron Boone of the Yankees.
Right.
It's like, all right, you can go with your gut. You better be right. So if I ever see a mistake and you say, well, I cut and pasted, that's why I made the mistake, out.
All right. So you'd make it clear.
Forcibly removed from the building.
Don, I like this attitude. You know what? Tomorrow we have a big meeting.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to bring it up in the meeting.
And it is the first thing we talk about.
Yeah, that requires that we be at the station for about 15
anybody
hours.
Anybody have any input? Does anybody want to say anything? Don stands up.
Yeah, stand right up.
You cut and paste, you die.
We have a cut and paste issue here at this company, and it's got to stop today.
I've been known to stand up at the end of meetings. I'm going to stand up at the beginning of the meeting.
Right, you're the guy that actually, just lets us know when the meeting's over by getting up.
Listen,
here we go.
Yeah, that's kind of like, all right, I'm done. So I don't know what else, everybody. I just want to let you know.
What are you guys sitting here
for? In case you're wondering, does Don have anything else? Well, he's standing by the door, so I guess he's ready to go. I didn't leave. I wasn't disrespectful, but we had a meeting. I'm like, there's nothing.
Seen enough.
There's nothing left to give here. We've chewed. Yeah. Right. There's no more meat on the bone. I'm standing up.
You're done.
By the way, I hope he does it tomorrow.
Funny me. I had a show in 2 minutes on the air, but
listen,
meetings are more important than shows.
Now, by the way, where are we having what time do you have to leave tomorrow, Don?
That's a great question.
Realistically, like when do you got to go? Look, we don't need to
I'm thinking 1.
We don't need to have a big meeting tomorrow. We're going to be around each other plenty.
Oh, you mean leaving to go to the Rock?
So when are you going to leave to go to the Rock? Keeping in mind, we don't need to have like a full meeting.
I'm looking forward to breaking bread with my brothers here on the show.
That's right.
1:30.
So you think the meeting that we have, which starts at 11, should be over by noon?
Yes,
it better be.
And then we'll have.
Well, that's when I'm going to stand up.
And then
I'm standing up with you. Well, all three of us should stand up and say we have a reservation.
We got to go.
We should do. We have a reservation. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for whatever we do for breaking bread together should be considered our pre-show meeting.
Right. Well, that's the thing. We're gonna have 90 minutes
Don
right there.
Can just go.
So then Don, so you have 1:30. You'll be fine.
And then Peter, what are we doing from 1:30 on? Like that's too much.
By the way, you know what we should do? This because we're two very confident. We have no self-doubt. We have no question marks. The two of us, like gentlemen, should go get foot massages together before the
how
show.
about that?
I am all about this.
By the way, just two dudes, dudes sitting there
very
getting their
comfortable
feet
in their own
rubbed on.
skin.
Comfortable, baby.
I'm in, dude. And Don knows this life. This is 3 games in 4 days for me.
Yeah,
like tomorrow I could definitely use that kind of a
little rub down,
a little luxuriating.
So we got to
find a spot.
We got to find a spot. We got to do something.
Yeah, after a lunch too, a nice full belly. Oh,
a full belly,
rub down,
foot massage,
full frontal.
Yeah. We will
by
be
the way,
so chill during the show.
You want to go
tomorrow?
next level? You want to go couples massage, and we just go full, both of us on the table next to each other, holding hands like Thelma and Louise, getting a little rub.
But how about Selma? Can Selma and Louise be fun?
Yeah, or Selma and Louise.
Well, you mean so full on nudity on the table, one towel. Right?
What do you mean one towel? We don't share a towel.
Why not?
Really
That's
long,
not
big long towel.
No, I've never seen that.
Push the tables together.
I've never seen that. Even with couples, I've never seen that. That's
a little
so
hot stone on the back. Yeah. Well,
Don, what was the turning point where you felt like you were being pushed out of the show? I don't know. There was Alan and Peter went on a couples massage one night when I couldn't partake, and the next thing I know, they weren't talking to me. They were boxing me out of
show
Oh,
subjects.
was very different. The show got very different then. Let's see. How could Alan forget one of the great Knicks of all time, P.J. Tucker?
That's not a bad one.
No, as far as nicknames in sports go, not a all-time great player, but you only call him P.J. Carlissimo. What are we doing?
That's one of my favorite coaches.
He's a great guy.
By the way,
we worked with him and we did a draft with him.
We didn't mention either.
I do a draft with him.
We didn't mention either Watt.
JJ, TJ.
Those are big.
Any other J's in the Watt family? Yeah.
Those are
Casey Jones, you Celtics fan.
Oh, thank you very much,
that's
Casey Jones. C.J. Beathard, of course.
Of course.
The great.
J.S. Shiger.
Who's that?
John Sebastian.
J.S. Shiger won a Conn Smythe in 2003.
Very good.
For a losing team. He's one of those trivia questions. Who won a Conn Smythe on a losing team with
Very
the
rare
Ducks?
occasion.
You're not familiar with J.S. Shiger?
I don't remember him.
How about
Wait a
J.P.
minute.
Danfus?
I remember. I do remember J.P. Danfus.
J.B. Bickerstaff.
That's very good. I mean,
I got to work with him this summer. You'd think I'd remember that guy too. But I think JB again is his name is it's like J and his last name is B, so they call him JB, so he became JB Bickerstaff.
That's
So,
lazy.
I don't know if that counts.
There's a JC. I feel like we're no, there's not. Is there a JC we're forgetting?
Well, J.C.
there's
Martin, J.C. Tremblay.
AJ Styles. How do we not mention AJ Styles, Jacob and Anthony? That's a bad one for
That's a
wrestling.
good one.
BJ Penn from the world of UFC. Of course, he's a big one. AJ Hawk, known for his floating head on Pat McAfee. BJ Raji, of course, the Packer great. We said BJ Armstrong.
I think C.J. McCollum we just saw him the other day. Have we not jumped the shark now? Are we good?
All right, yeah, it's time to move on.
I think
I've been enjoying it.
When I said J.P. Danfus, I think
you thought it was over right
might
then.
have been the one.
Yeah, that might have been
TJ Dillashaw, another great from UFC.
I did. Listen, you never know what's going to hit. But Alan Hahn's at the Garden tonight, and Minnesota is in town.
Oh, Minnesota.
And it's not the first time that Cat's going up against his old team, but it's still he seems to be the one guy, Alan, that is still not completely getting it.
Yeah, it's kind of feeling like he's the last one to get on the bus. Now, he's listed as questionable with an illness, which is for tonight's game, which nobody really knew that he was sick, but he's played really well the last couple of games. So we'll see if he gets in the lineup. And Anthony Edwards is questionable where they thought he was going to miss 2 weeks, but it's amazing what the Garden can do to motivate a star player to want to play. So he might even be in the game tonight. But we saw something the last couple of games with Karl Anthony Towns and with Mike Brown that while it looks like there's progress, is there progress? Let's start with Mike Brown, guys. It begins with Mike Brown and the issues the Knicks were having going into after that Friday game in Chicago where they lost. They looked really bad in the first half. Players were not happy at all. Like you could see Josh Hart was annoyed. Towns really was mad the game before in Milwaukee, the way he didn't like his role. But let's just hear Mike Brown do something that a lot of coaches rarely do. And this was after the team won against Chicago on Sunday.
Chicago.
And then they beat the Wizards on Monday. And it's as if, did you figure something out with this team? And what's different now about the bench suddenly being more productive and the offense really looking like it's clicking? And Mike Brown basically put it on himself.
Again, start with me. I said this last game, I got to help try to put these guys in a better position, whether it's on the floor or whatever, or rotation-wise. But I didn't quite have as good a feel because guys have been out, and we're trying to play this guy and that guy. And it starts with me, and I've gotten better, and they've just gotten more comfortable.
So he had to say, I got better, right? Like Don, Peter, do you ever remember coaches saying, I had to be better? So it's a veteran coach and a veteran group, and they're both getting to know each other. And a lot of times the coach is, he's trying to initiate his system, and he's telling the players, you got to learn my system. But he's also saying, I got to learn these guys, and then you adjust accordingly with the system. I find that to be, at least that's a good sign. So Josh Hart already now, like you could see it after last Monday's game. He sounded much different about his role. He sounded better about everything, and he's looked a lot better. The bench has done well. So Karl-Anthony Towns feels like the last guy. Now, he had a huge game, a 30, 15, and 5 game against the Wizards, an absolutely dominant performance. And, Mike Brown was raving about him after that game. Listen to what he says.
Ket was a monster. He was a monster on the glass. He was really good defensively. He was a monster inside, outside. He's starting to find his rhythm in what we're trying to do. There's still a lot of room there to grow, not just for him, but for us to learn him, starting with me, and us to continue learning the different points or parts of what we're trying to do offensively. He's a monster.
Now, you hear him also kind of say, I'm still learning him and what he likes to do. This is all stemming from before the season even started, like it was, I think, the day before the season opener, when Towns was asked about how he feels in this role that he'll have in Mike Brown's system that he's bringing to the team. And Towns didn't sound like he was interested at all in what was being asked of him. Listen to this little cut.
Honestly, I don't know. But we figuring it out. I said, but honestly, I just don't know. It's just different. It's different. So we still figuring it out.
Does that sound like a guy that's feeling like, yeah, this will be great?
No.
He definitely sounded like somebody that was apprehensive. So Brown likes what he's seen the last couple of games. So when he said we're starting to figure each other out, I went into the locker room and we asked Karl-Anthony Towns right after the game, all right, so before the season you were saying how it's a work in progress and you just got to figure some things out. So have you figured some things out? Here's what he said.
I mean, we're all figuring it out. So getting better every day and understanding what our roles are and what we got to do. So it's good. We got 2 wins in a row, but we're obviously still a work in progress.
So does he sound like he's on the bus yet? Because Josh Hart sounds like he's on the bus. The bench guys, Brunson has been on the bus from day one. Bridges loves it. Anunoby loves it. But Towns seems like the one guy that's still resistant to the way they're asking him to play and whether or not he wants to be, he's all in about it. Did he sound like a guy you can hear Brown saying, it's on me, I got to do better. He's doing that. Towns is the one guy that doesn't seem like he's ready yet to fully embrace this thing. And until he does, you can't really predict what this team's going to look like.
All right, it was last week I brought up the fact, is it hard for him because he might be the piece that leaves if Giannis comes here? I mean, you've had to chew on that for a week. You've seen some games. You've called some games. Is there anything to that? Or is he asked to do more than everybody else? Does he have to adjust more than everybody else? So it's going to take a little longer.
You can see that they have moved him around a lot in the first couple of games, and he doesn't like that. You could see these last 2 games, the Chicago game, even a little bit of the Chicago game they lost on Friday. But you're seeing a little more of what he likes, which is the walk-in threes, where they kick it out to him. a little less screen, like definitely not posting up small players. He hates doing that. He likes going one-on-one against other bigs, so they put him in those situations. He's happier that way. So I think his production's still elite. His shooting is still elite. But I don't know why he still is sort of resistant to saying, like, yeah, I'm figuring it out. Like, sometimes, like, if you listen to all the other players talk,
right,
they
the
all
tone.
sound like this offense has great potential. There's so much we could do. There's a lot of stuff. Yes, we're learning it, but you could see, like, Anunoby really likes it. Bridges really likes it. There's not a lot of ebullience in Towns' voice when he talks about the potential of this offense, which he's one of the pieces. So I'm just wondering when Brown and Towns are going to connect, because it sounds to me like Brown is almost going out of his way now to say, like, oh, I got to do better as a coach, when, all right, is the player going to meet him halfway or not? The numbers say it's better, but it's still, I'm curious about it. And then tonight, the illness, is he going to play? What does it look like? It's just something, I think it's like the last thing, guys. It really is. It feels like the last guy left to get on the bus is Towns. And if he does, does the whole thing now pop and it starts to look like it's supposed to?
It's interesting, too, because from a production standpoint, while his shooting's down, Alan, it's not like his numbers are bad. He's still 20 and 13. He's still contributing.
Well, the last two games, he was a monster. Like, really. Like, he's been really good. And that's, I think, I'm telling you, I think Brown has started to tailor his offense and what he wants from the team to, okay, what do you want to do? And now let's give you some things to make you feel good about yourself. We always talk about coaches who have a system and then they make the roster that they take over fit the system. How many times do we complain about a 3-4 defense when you have 4-3 talent, right? We've always done this. I rarely have seen a coach, especially when one comes in like this, a veteran coach taking over a veteran core, an established group of guys who had success, and you go, well, I'm changing everything they do. And that's what Brown did. We're going to change everything. We're going to do it different than Thibodeau did. And that team had success, but he's saying this team could be even better. And then when he comes in, it doesn't quite hit right away. And instead of him forcing it or saying, well, they've got to play the way I want to play and it's going to take time and have that battle of wills, it seems like Brown has actually backed off and realized, like, okay, the whole if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mentality, that he's backed off a little bit to make sure I don't want to lose these guys, because if I lose some of these guys this early in the season, I won't be here for long. That's what it seems like to me. And I feel like it feels like to me that Towns is the last guy that has the full buy-in. Because what I've seen the last couple of games is that's as much buy-in as I've seen since the start of this whole thing. Guys were confused. You could see some miscommunication. It's a whole new way to play as far as up-tempo speed, get up the floor. Anybody can bring the ball up. It really is a lot different than last year when it was very static and very much defense first. Jalen brings the ball up. We set screens for him to get him open. Towns as a shooter. This feels a lot more freewheeling, and whoever's got the matchup tonight is going to dominate, and you might not get shots on a particular night. Because we saw Towns last week in Milwaukee, and that third quarter he blew up the offense and basically was only about him getting up his FGAs, because he only got one shot in the first half, and he was in his own head about, I'm not getting the ball, I'm not getting my shots, when he should have been realizing, but the defense is so focused on me, it's allowing others to cook. They had a huge second quarter in that game. And yet in the third quarter, rather than building on a lead that they had against Giannis and the Bucks, he was too much about, I got to get the ball, I got to take shots, I got to be aggressive, and it blew the whole thing up and he ended up losing the game. Does he have the buy-in now that if tonight Minnesota, with all their bigs, is saying we're not letting Towns beat us because in Minnesota last year he crushed them.
Mm-hmm.
So they say we're taking him out. Can he live with a game where he might only get 8 shots because the defense is taking him out, but Anunoby or Bridges is putting up 25 or 30 because they're getting a one-on-one matchup? That's the kind of stuff I think Brown is trying to sell here, and that's that. I think it's like the last piece that has to come together. because it does look like when you watch this team, they have quarters where you're like, oh, my God. Like, this could be unstoppable. It's really impressive. But you still got to have all five. You got to have everybody on board, especially you have two All-NBA players on this team, 2 All-Stars on this team. One of them's in. The other one's got to be in.
Yeah.
Well, think about how good and he's been pretty good so far and not in. So imagine where he could be if he's actually in.
That's my point. We kind of might know if he plays again. He's questionable with an illness, but he's the type of guy that likes to play,
especially against this team, especially at home. They're undefeated at home. They haven't won a game on the road. It's where it's only the 8th game, guys. I mean, it takes time.
Right, but think about it. It's only the 8th game, and yet it does feel like it's starting to click already. People say, it takes 20 games, it takes this and that, but even in the losses they had like moments or halves where they put up 70 points. So it's like it feels like it's right there. And I was just like I said, I'm a little struck by Towns, who's really a nice guy, and how he just seems to be resistant to being all in. Is he that close to Tibbs that he just?
I'm sure.
Like it's almost like it's the new boss, and I can't embrace the new boss because I like the old boss, and I don't want to look disloyal. There's something weird there, and I'm just waiting for Karl Anthony Towns to just, to let go and have a full buy-in on everything. But it doesn't feel like it's there yet. You heard the comment. His voice, you could hear it in his voice. I thought you'd get more out of a guy who put up 33 points and 14 rebounds and 5 assists and he was dunking on everybody Monday night. I thought for sure he'd be in a much better mood, and he wasn't there yet.
Hey, listen, the moment will happen when it's supposed to happen. I've felt that from the very beginning. It's all good. These things, and we've talked about this with the players who've come on the show, former players. It takes time. You have a guy you really like and have a connection to who's gone. New dude shows up, new style, plus you were committed to someone else. It may take a while before you really get that bond. That's true in any job. It's honestly a pretty relatable thing when you think about it. So it's not actually something I'm concerned about big time.
Yep. 3 games in 4 nights, concludes tonight at home against Minnesota, and then you don't play again until Sunday against the Nets. So, hey, they've been winning at home. I can honestly say they've won the games they're supposed to win, right? Even though the Bulls have been red hot. And look what they did to the Sixers last night. Came back from 24 points down. I watched a little bit of that game last night. They looked like they had it in full control. And the Bulls were able to come back and win. But you got them at home, and then you beat the Wizards. Supposed to do that. So still early, something to keep an eye on. 1-800-919-3776 calls on this. Ton of people want to get in on the initial stuff. We got some on social media that we had forgotten about. And we've got E&N coming up at 6, right till 7 o'clock, Hahn and Rosenberg here on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys, every aspect of your business, from the most mundane to the most complex, will operate orders of magnitude better and faster when you add artificial intelligence. AI is literally a race to the top. The companies that engage AI first will win. Will that be you or your competitors? Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Founded by tech powerhouses, Thrive partners with you on smart and secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Imagine AI solutions working across every part of your business, automating support, powering chatbots, analyzing competitors, even managing billing collections and orders. That's just a taste of what Thrive Managed AI can help you achieve. It makes your talented team even better by letting them focus on what they do best. The race to the top will be won by those who engage Thrive Managed AI first. That needs to be you. Go to thrivenextgen.com/ESPN to get started with a complimentary strategy consultation. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to KeepMyNetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. We're going to start off in Jersey, 78 eastbound. Still have this overturned tractor-trailer in the left lane right before exit 48 for 24 in Springfield. Jam there and backed up into Berkeley Heights. After that, eastbound locals are back open. They picked up that accident investigation by exit 49 for Vauxhall Road in Union. Still bumper-to-bumper on the belt westbound, heading over to the Verrazano in Brooklyn. Earlier broken down car on the lower deck. You're solid there from Flatbush Avenue. Worst of it's the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound. A broken down car in the center lane by the Deegan. Traffic is slammed there from the Bruckner on through. Inbound George, no issues for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln will run you 10 to 15. Outbound Holland 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
YouTube TV customers, get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and NHL. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Now,
go ahead.
No.
What's up, Sweetnies?
Excuse me? You mentioned football. Did you know that every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel?
You don't know that.
Well, listen.
All right.
Did you know that FanDuel's Thursday touchdown jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week?
That's good.
Did you know that to get in on the action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off? And if your player scores the first or last TD, you win your bet plus a share of the bonus bets?
Love it.
Did you know that if you were to sign up at FanDuel, you go to FanDuel.com/Peter to sign up? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. For your chance to win a share of $2 million, you hack-a-doodle-do. All in bonus bets. It's incredible. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. 21 and over in physically present New York, opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last TD pick. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For a gambling problem, call 877-HOPE-WIRE. Text HOPE-WIRE 467-369.
Was that a read or a concession speech?
Now, did you know?
Honestly.
Did you know that this Sunday night, I will be hosting, moderating, along with my my friend from Juan Epps, Cypher Sounds. The two of us will be moderating a conversation with your wife's favorite, Mark Ronson.
Okay.
So if you want to
Well, it's an kind of the subject of the story.
And I'm plugging the event.
But it was very
well done use of the drop. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is
So
completely.
if you have any interest in bringing Nancy out, a little night in the city, grab a little dinner.
What night is it? Sunday?
Sunday night.
Sunday's tough.
I know. The kids got school.
You got this thing called school.
I've heard of
It's
it.
Monday through Friday, and it's a long day.
I used to love that when I was a kid. When I figured out, it was when I first understood what an excuse was. My parents would be like hanging out with friends, and they go, "Oh, well, the kids got school tomorrow."
Yeah. Thank God. I got to tell you,
what a great out.
Because Alan's been doing this for a while, and you haven't done it yet. But taking the kids to school for the last 4 years,
sure,
starting from
like you dream about,
JK now through second grade.
J.K. Rowling's another good one, by the way.
I'm starting to have flashbacks of when I went to school.
All right.
I don't know how I did it. How did I get up that early every day?
Every day.
And then you're in school from 8 o'clock in the morning, like 3. Like, because listen, we have first world jobs, man. Like, I'm on the air for 4 hours. Oh, my God. You know, you got people that are laboring for like 12 hours a day. Like, I don't know how I did it. How did I do it? How did we do it? Sit there for like 8 hours in a class.
But by the way, do you realize how privileged you are right now saying that?
I know. I appreciate that.
Because people are still doing it. Like
But you
regular
understand-
jobs are 8. People get there at 8 and they get home at 6.
I understand, but even at work, when you're working your tail off, you hope you're doing something you love. But even if you don't do something you love, you can get up, you go to the bathroom.
That's true.
Get up lunch. Like, we had to raise our hand. And sometimes the teacher said, no, hold it.
It would be 8 hours of jail is what you're saying.
Don,
that's a great point.
But,
It's a great take.
But it also is showing, too, right? Like that it's when you're an adult, it's different. Like you said, you're in full control of yourself, right? I go to a job. If you work at a cubicle, you do have the opportunity to get up and do things. You have the opportunity to, like, it's unreal that they make kids get up that early.
It's so dumb.
One, especially when you are from the ages of probably 12 to 16. They don't function before 10 a.m. Just can't. And yet, that's when you're going to do your best learning? Stop.
And then you think, okay, so I got to do this.
We got it all backwards.
You
Sports
know.
should be in the morning. Practice should be in the morning. School should be after.
You know, you got to do this, 7-8 hours a day for 8 months, 9 months.
Right.
For 12 years, minimum. Like, wow, how the hell did I do that? Here are some suggestions about the names. Tommy in Connecticut says R.W. McQuarters. He won a Super Bowl.
That's pretty good.
Captain Kirk says T.Y. Hilton.
Thank you.
All right.
Get it?
That's a good
Hold
one.
on.
What are you doing?
He's
doing the TY.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did Alan see it before you did? He's not
Because
even here.
he's a cult, and who cares?
Oh, my God.
J.G. Pajot for your hockey fans out there. That's from Matthew. Jason says LT. LT's getting into the MJ.
No, that's not
quite the same.
It doesn't count.
Doesn't count. But still, I appreciate the sentiment. Let's go to Robert in Manhattan. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Rob?
Good afternoon. I have a few iconic authors that are not sports. Did you mention J.K. Rowling?
I just did. I just did as a joke. But I want to warn you. I don't think you can go F. Scott Fitzgerald because it's not initials.
No. Were you going to go F. Scott Fitzgerald?
No. The ones I have in mind are two. Well, I can give you an author you never heard of. All of the ones I'm going to mention are British. J.T. Edson, Edson. He's an Englishman who no longer with us, but he wrote over 150 novels and short story collections of the American frontier.
What are we?
Very well-known English author.
Robert, come on.
You're talking to a bunch of sports talk yo-yos,
You know what
buddy.
you're doing.
What are you doing?
I'm going to let you continue,
Get
Robert.
one more, but this is rough.
No, I'm going to let you continue, Robert. But you're a bit of a show-off. You're a bit of a show-off.
No,
You're talking down to us right now. Come on. That's all right.
I'll give you two. I'll give you the other two. One is C.S. Lewis, English author.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other is J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yes.
All right,
now you're talking.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. But otherwise, you're a bit of a show-off.
This is definitely.
I don't know what you're showing off.
This is definitely like he's bragging. He's bragging.
Listen, look what I know, and I know for a fact you don't.
Oh, I know all these wonderful British authors.
Yeah.
You silly little sportsmen.
We're a bunch of yo-yos. Come on, let's be reasonable.
Yeah. Well, I love it, though. It's great. That's what it's about.
By the way, maybe divisive character depending where your politics lie, but right now, J.D. Vance, pretty big one. It's vice president. Has there been another politician with the...
Oh, that's a good one.
Just ones that have initials, like, again, the JFKs and FDRs.
That doesn't count, though.
But that doesn't count.
No one called him F.D. Roosevelt.
Why do I feel like there is one?
There is one, right?
But I can't think of it. But it feels like there's an old-timey one that we're forgetting.
An old-timey president. C.C. Coolidge.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about J.Q. Adams.
Yeah, J.Q. Adams.
Oh, you talking about M.V. Buren?
J.Q. Adams.
Don, what about M.V. Buren?
Yeah, there you go. From the Van Buren boys.
you know M. Martin and them boys.
Yeah.
Harry S.
H.S. Truman.
God, but I do feel. Don't you feel
U.S.
like
Grant?
U.S.
count
Grant.
U.S. Grant?
Of course you
do. But
No.
you didn't call
You
him that,
did-
though.
No, Ulysses
Ulysses.
S.
You called him.
You did
you're
throw
right.
out the Ulysses.
By the way, he should have went you.
Yeah, but you know what? I think he wanted to show. I think he was very proud to be
Ulysses?
Yeah.
We've never had an initials. We've had initials in the name. James K. Polk.
Yeah, no one called him J.K. though.
No.
No one called him
Rutherford B. Hayes. You had to say B.
Maybe that's what's confusing.
By the way,
Nobody ever called him Rutherford Hayes.
no, his friends did. His friends called him Rutherford Hayes.
They called him
Ruth Hayes.
Ruthy? Rudsey?
What was Taft's first
By the
name?
way,
He looked like he'd have an
W.H. That's
W.H.
William Howard. Now,
William Howard, yeah.
I'm. If we have a son, at any point, I'm naming him Rutherford. Beautiful.
No, you're not.
Yeah, there's not enough Rutherfords
you just
anymore.
aren't.
When he was doing
as
the
far as
authors,
I'm
did he
concerned.
mention T.S. Eliot?
No.
T.S. Eliot.
Why would he mention what we've heard of?
Yeah, what we've heard of.
No. T.S. Eliot, was he English? He wasn't English, was he?
He might. Listen, I don't know.
Did you ever think?
I would guess yes.
Did you ever think about who Scott Fitzgerald?
He was English, damn it. No, he's American. What am I saying? He was American.
Did you ever think about who Scott Fitzgerald had to piss off to have the name F. Scott Fitzgerald?
You know what? F. Scott Fitzgerald.
It's a crazy.
That's
it is a great bit though from Ted.
Made it his name.
Such a great bit.
Let's go to Stu in Manhattan. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Stu?
Hey guys, thanks for the call, Alan. As an Islander guy, this is probably dating you a little bit, but this guy put the Islanders on the map.
J.P. Parise.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Took you long enough,
75.
buddy.
What was
Yes,
he?
sir.
Jean
Yes.
Paul, right? Was that the J.P. Was Jean Paul?
Yes, it was. Yes,
Yeah.
it was. And that was against the Rangers, and I think at the time it was perhaps the quickest overtime goal in history.
11 seconds, right?
Yep, you got it.
1975.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
That is a very good one. Should
And his
remember
son
that.
ended up being a really good player. too.
Very good player.
That
Better-
Mike
better
Milbury
than him.
refused to draft. What a story that was.
Yeah, and then Lou traded up to get him.
Yeah.
2000.
Well, the minute the Islanders passed on him, Lou traded up immediately.
Maybe the
As if
greatest.
he knew something.
Maybe the greatest draft in any sports, the 2003 draft. So many
Oh,
great
God,
players
yeah.
came out of there.
Yeah.
Let's go to Patrick in Chatham. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Patrick?
Hey guys, Alan, quick question. How can you say school should start later?
Did you take me
I don't
serious,
get that
Patrick? My wife is a teacher, Patrick. I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I apologize.
I'm joking.
Let me see that.
Yeah. No, it just. Yeah.
Totally understand. Apologies. Man, I came in late. Just got in the car.
All good.
So I was like, wait a second.
He was hot. He was ready to go off on him.
Yeah, you were ready to pounce. You're like, well, teachers want to be out at 3. I want to get home. My wife would kill me if I made
I'm
that
in
a rule.
Jersey, and our school went to a little bit of a later start 2 years ago, and it caused a huge uproar about the sports times for game time starting after school.
No,
this time of year.
Well, it's that, but also, Patrick, it's also in the obvious is this too. Is like if kids are getting picked up from like on a bus later, parents are already at work. Wait, I got an out. Wait, how do I know they're going to get to the bus? And you can't do it.
No, you can't.
I know you can't.
But
I was just, I don't know. We were riffing.
Although there's no world in which you could start the day a little bit later. You could shorten the day a bit because, let's be honest, it's a long, endless day. And
but you understand that
probably a more effective way to do it.
It's a real thing. Kids from like the age of 10 or 11 or 12 till 16, they can't function before 10 a.m.
Oh, I know. I lived it. I remember.
And so it's that's the thing. It's
you get nothing.
You're sitting
there like,
how do you work with that, right? What do you do?
I had when I was in grade school, there was a new teacher that came in with the idea of having school on Saturday, and people's heads explode.
I'm all set.
But he's like, wait a minute. If we have school on Saturday, the school year would be a lot. We'd be done in April.
No, that's dumb.
But
other people have said that what you do is if you instead of having the 2-day weekend, is you like school for 3 days then off, then 3 days then off, like that whole thing.
But you couldn't do it because Saturdays there's too much going on with sports on Saturday and everything else. So it's crazy. But
we all lived through it. We made it somehow. We've been successful. It's the rite of passage.
That's it. You just got to do it. And I'm glad I'm done.
Me too.
1-800-919-3776. ENN's coming up at 6. We're taking up until 7 here on ESPN New York.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Every
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Love this song.
Yep.
25 or 624. Got a lot of grief from people when I listed them in my top 5 American bands. Chicago's good, man.
Are you
and you're
kidding?
talking about like decades.
You won't get grief from me on that one, Donnie.
Like the 60s stuff, and I know it was kind of lame, but like all of the 80s stuff with Peter Cetera and like the soundtrack stuff. All right,
the ballads.
But dude, that's still like 30 years of work, man.
Yep.
Like that's a great song.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, I don't know if Peter has an opinion on it.
What was it again?
Chicago.
25 or 6-4.
Why is it called 25 or 6-4?
It has something to do with the time. Although it's
that doesn't make sense.
Listen, I'm sure they were all high.
They were.
And they couldn't figure out the time.
What is
There's like 25 or 6-4.
It doesn't make sense. That's 54.
25 or 6, meaning like it was, what was it? It was 335 or 334.
My dad would be upset if I didn't jump in on this.
Before 4.
Because he's told me the story when we hear this song, and they were racking their brains trying to come up with this song, and they were up so late at night that when they were staring at the clock, it looked like either 25 or 6-4. They were delirious. They didn't know what time it was.
Yeah.
And that is the play on.
It's a lot of drugs and alcohol in the best way possible. Kind of like the Iron Butterfly. One of my favorite songs, Indigada Davida. It's a 25-minute song. It's really a trippy song, right? Indigada Davida.
Yeah.
In the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
But they were just so wasted that Indigada Davida, and that became the name of the song. Indigada Davida.
You know, there's a lot of Pearl Jam songs that sound like that too.
But they
they didn't change the name.
You just didn't know what the hell he was saying.
But you know what it is? It's turning into the skid. It's like, listen, we could correct it, or we just, let's go with it.
Lean into it.
Let's lean right into it, and that's exactly what they did. Iron Butterfly. I don't know any other song by Iron Butterfly except that one, and it's like 25 minutes long.
Yeah,
very good song.
Strong.
Very trippy. You've heard it, right?
Going 25 is strong, though.
You've heard this song.
Have I?
Oh yeah. But you'll find Jacob's going to find it as.
Well, what part do you choose from a 25-minute song?
Well, right out of the box. It really doesn't change a lot. It's just they're riffing.
Just
man.
keeps going.
They're going. George has been on hold for a while, and I apologize for that, George. The show kind of got away from us. So, George in New Jersey, please, the floor is yours.
Good evening, gentlemen. Love the show. Love you guys. Don, I love you to death. I would take a bullet for you. That's how much I love you.
Wow. Where in Jersey do you live? Just in case that ever comes up.
Oh, I'm up in Morristown.
Please say
but I'm
we
from
hope.
Somerset
Oh,
originally.
so close.
All right, if I'm in that area, though, I'll know that I'm good. All right, go ahead, George.
But I got to disagree with you so much on this Jets stuff and these trades, man. I have been a loyal fan of this team for 25 years, more than half my life, Don. I've dedicated to being ridiculed, teased, and mocked endlessly for my love and devotion of this football team, and they have rarely given me anything to cheer for. My daughter is almost 16 years old, and basically that was around the last time the Jets were in the playoffs. They've not given me anything to look forward to ever, and this has been my final straw. And so on this Wednesday, November 5th, 2025, you can strike up your fraud alert music because I am done with the New York Football Jets.
Wow.
And I'm not coming back.
I don't think it makes you a fraud. Are you going to root for another team?
I am going to pick another team
Well,
because
then that's fraud.
if this were a relationship, who would put up with this disrespect for 25 years?
Yeah,
you wouldn't stay with Nancy
hey,
if she disrespected you for 25
listen,
years.
I'm going to call you a fraud if you go root for another team, but I get it. That's why I brought up to Alan about tapping out. Like, if you cannot extract any joy from this team, if rooting for them actually hurts, the prudent thing to do would be to walk away. And your analogy, George, is a perfect one. If you're in a relationship and she's cheating on you, or she's beating on you, or you walk away. It would be the smart thing to do. All right, but I get it. You want to try to hang in there because maybe one day, and if that day does happen, it'll be glorious. But
it may not.
I can't get mad at that opinion. I just can't.
No, you can't get mad at it. I mean, finding another team, I don't know how easy that would be. That'd be that's starting over. That's a very difficult thing. 25 years. Like again, for me, it started in 1980. And so, how do I find another team and suddenly just say I'm all in on this team? It would feel weird. It wouldn't feel comfortable.
The only way that you could do
organic.
it is if there was another team that you liked for whatever reason, or that you feel like you can pivot to.
Yeah,
but really, how often do you really have somebody that's like that?
No, there's nothing like that. It's just be really hard to do.
Now, I want to tell you guys something. I don't know if you're fight fans, but for fight fans out there, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at MSG. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app, smash it, bang it, rub it, and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets
with what?
in the ESPN suite. Catching all the action alongside me. You can do this through November 7th on the app. Listen and enter through that Bud Light tile to score your shot at the Ultimate Fight Night. Bud Light, the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. 21 and over, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
This one's fictional, but I like it. HR Puffin stuff.
Someone else sent a good fictional one. What was it?
How did we not get that?
The way Don said that was just, why is that funny?
I don't know, because it's funny. HR Puffin stuff. They're Puffin stuff. And when I was a kid, I just thought that's a cute name. We all watched. And then you get older and you're like, oh my God. Like Puff the Magic Dragon. Who knew? They were talking
does
about
LL Cool J count?
Well, it's a made up name.
That was one of the ones. LL Cool J was one of the ones.
W.B. Mason's a good one too.
W.B. Mason.
PC Richard.
PC Richard. Jacob and I were going back into W.B. Mason's history. You know W.B. Mason is a real person?
I thought so.
And the company actually started like the 1800s.
Well, office supplies were big back then.
Huge. Well, stamps and paper.
Yeah. How do I get that printing press delivered? Ladies love, right? Ladies love Cool James.
Cool James, right.
It's Cool James Todd
That's
Smith.
pretty confident.
But he's
I'm
beside
sure
himself with humility, isn't he?
I mean, he was, he's making a point.
Yes, he was. Was he wrong?
And by the way, did he lie?
No.
I don't know
apparently
his
not.
background.
Can you guess? Did you ever see any videos with his shirt off?
Well, I knew. No, I understood he was confident, but like how well he did, I can only assume.
What would
right?
you? What would
well,
you?
I mean, he's a good-looking rapper with hit songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
In great shape.
I represent Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn. So
Wow.
right there, he's singing us about,
Nice.
Look at that.
rapping about his girlfriend from Brooklyn. All
But
right.
he wasn't like when he first came up though, right? Well, Peter, you were very young, but I remember when he was like the I'm Bad album, he's skinny.
Oh yeah, that's true. He
He
at
didn't
first
get
he was
big.
just thin, and then he got jacked.
Yeah.
He called you a meatball, Mike.
He did once. You remember that? He called
Yeah.
me- we made up since then.
All right, that's good.
But when he called me a meatball, it was tough. and the worst part of it, I don't know if we ever put the audio in the system.
I think we
97.
did. I don't
we?
know if we can find it. It's old.
It was not only was he calling me a meatball while recording drops, but there were other people from Hot 97 around. And while he was doing it, the whole group kept laughing like in Austin Powers. Like the, the more he said it. And I'm like, I know all those people. Why are all my coworkers laughing?
yeah,
Not that funny.
Well, it was like it's the press conference laugh, though.
No.
No?
Unfortunately, it wasn't.
Oh.
It was, oh my God,
Genuine?
LL's calling him a meatball.
I think Jacob may have found it. He didn't find the Indigada de Vida, but he found this.
There?
We got it?
I can't remember. I thought we talked about it and put it in, but maybe not. We've done so much on the radio over the years, the Ray-Ro.
Well, it might be part of the Open for ENN.
Who
which is
knows?
coming up
See in
next
the open.
on Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. We've got the Knicks home at MSG. Probably your best bet. Stick with mass transit. Really no easy way to drive into Midtown, especially tough on the FDR. You're crawling in both directions, heading over to the 59th Street Bridge. Not moving much on the BQE eastbound in Brooklyn, over by Metropolitan Avenue. Crash taking out the two center lanes. You're backed up onto the inbound Gowanus. Looks like we've got something brewing on the LIE eastbound, over by Main Street in Queens. Traffic is packed there from right out of the Midtown Tunnel. Best if it's the outbound George, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, just crawling from the Bruckner on through. Inbound Georgia, about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride at 15 to 20. Outbound Hahn, running you close to 30. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting...
the very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hi. Welcome to ENN.
What happened to that first bell?
And what happened to the Ray
Row?
You ever watch YouTube?
There we go.
I represent Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's the only LL Cool J we got. He couldn't find it.
He couldn't find Meatball? We've
sure,
aired it, so it's somewhere.
Jacob, I'm pretty sure if you go on YouTube and you look up, there's a Hot 97 video that'll come up. And in the beginning of the video, we'll play the whole audio of him going, Rosenberg, meatball. And the people start laughing. And then he's like, dude's a meatball.
He once called me a meatball.
And then they start laughing even harder. You'll find it. Don't give up on us.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. I represent Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn.
I thought, by the way, it's hilarious. I thought Jacob was like working on it the whole time. And I go, Anthony, did he find it? And he goes, find what? I went to LL Cool J. He went, he's not looking for it.
I didn't even try. First of all, I was dealing with Knicks pre. I was trying to play traffic. I was grabbing drops in between.
Listen, tell the Knicks it's early in the season. I need the LL Cool J. It's the
Right.
afternoon program.
But just to see him stand and squint at the computer, I figured he was working on it.
It looked like he's hearing us hype it up. We need it.
Guys, everybody, hands in.
One,
two, three.
Let's be
be good.
Yeah. Let's say good evening to Don.
He's their third leading sacker. How else are you supposed to say?
You don't say that.
What? Why not?
Yeah.
He's third all-time in sacks.
Yeah.
That's the line. It's his third all-time in sacks.
Sacker.
But once I committed there, where else was I going to go?
You go all
He's
in.
their third leading sacker. Is it that? I don't think it's that bad, though.
You're a great sacker.
Good evening to Alan.
I'd rather lay out
Okay.
and take it all in. Oh,
See,
boy.
And then there's that.
Oh, jeez. I'd rather lay out and take it all in. Well,
I mean, what are we talking about?
A lot. Say
listen.
good evening to Alan.
Yeah.
No.
I'm looking at it.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Let me say good evening to myself. It's ya tittle. There's so many ways that'll be good later. We're talking about old-timey football. It's ya tittle.
You enjoy throwing up every 5 minutes, Claude?
Clark.
I thought so.
Did we mention any women with the initials?
Yeah. J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
That's it, right? I think that's it. There's got to be more, no?
For sure. Oh, you know who else?
John Frenchie Fuqua.
JF.
JF.
What about MJ?
That is true.
That's baby MJ to you.
Yeah.
What about ZZ?
And I know Zach Zarba. He was the crew chief. He's a Brooklyn guy. He used to call games at the Jewish Center on Eastern Parkway.
I haven't seen Zach yet to talk to him about that.
Okay, boys.
Hang on. Is he doing the game? If he's doing the game tonight, I'm definitely going to approach him.
Whoopie-doo!
All right, guys.
Now, what was it again? At the Jewish Center on what?
Eastern Parkway.
Eastern Parkway. I got to remember this.
Welcome to the what?
All right, guys. How's everyone doing? Everyone's good, though?
Good, yourself?
Oh, I couldn't be better. Unfortunately, guys, some unfortunate news here. Oh,
wait, we have Zach Zarba tonight on the game.
Is that true?
Yep. Crew chief.
Then we got a story tomorrow, right?
Let's go. The Jewish Center on Eastern Parkway.
Yeah, you got to bring it up. Do you remember the Jewish Center on Eastern Parkway? By the way, I just got a text, and I don't know what it's about, but J.J. Devaney, Don, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, we love him.
The great J.J. Devaney.
Oh, yeah.
And Pat O'Keefe texted me ML Carr.
The great ML Carr.
ML's a rare one.
Yeah, very rare.
You don't see, there's MLK, but no one really calls him that. I've never heard of someone going up to Martin Luther King Jr. going, ML, let me holler at you real quick.
No.
Never heard of that.
But we weren't around. We don't know.
What about we said Cece.
Yes.
We meant Sabathia. What about Carlin?
This is college football.
Why?
Excuse me, this is college football on ESPN Radio. Oh, my God.
It's so wrong.
Do I have to put that on the short list?
Do you understand that this poor man, he's doing God's work right now in the middays?
He is.
You know
You
this,
have no
right?
idea.
I'm listening today, and I texted him, and I just said, there's a place in heaven for you just because of what you're doing today.
Well, it was special stuff today?
Bart was on one today, man. He was on one today.
About the Jets?
About everything in life. There was one time where they were – Chris thought that Bart would just take it to break after a read. So I think he went to eat something or take a drink. Whatever it was, Bart then just stopped. And Chris had to –
Come
with
back.
food in his mouth.
I know. It's a lot. There's a lot. He's doing a lot.
God bless him.
And I wonder, and the schedule they give him at ESPN, he's in Kansas City one week, he's in Seattle the next
but he's
week.
killing it, though.
He's unreal.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Kyler Murray, unfortunately, is on the IR, so he's already missed 3 straight. He'll miss another 4. That's 7 totals, at least, to you and me. Good news, though, silver lining. Doesn't the new Grand Theft Auto come out there, Anthony? Or whatever game?
Yeah, very soon.
Black Ops 7. That's in 2 weeks. So he'll have plenty of time to do it. Yeah.
There you go.
No, but the new Vice City, I think, is next year. It's coming.
Maybe. They've been teasing that forever.
C.J. Stroud is out at well. He won't play against Jacksonville because of the concussion, which means the great backup. Are you familiar with the work of Davis Mills?
Yes.
Well, good, because he'll be playing. He's been there for a while.
Wasn't he? He was a high draft pick for them before C.J., right?
Yeah, he's been there probably 5-6 years.
He was supposed to be the quarterback of the future for them.
You know what?
After Watson, right?
What are we wasting our time talking about C.J. Stroud? I just looked at the screen and it says LL Cool J, 30 seconds on here.
Oh my God, get to it.
This is just a beat of LL Cool J. This is just the instrumental for Cannabis second round knockout. It's not even LL Cool J.
No.
I've never been more let down.
So what happened?
I've never been more hurt. Why do you even put it on the page?
They didn't listen ahead of time?
No.
He just said LL Cool J.
See the pressure you put these people under?
I mean, it sounded good.
Gobbledygook.
Did anybody at any point last night during the election coverage, hearing what people were saying on TV, ever think this phrase? It never popped in your head once?
I love my commies.
Never. I kept thinking about it.
Me too.
Can you guys get more uncomfortable when the word politics comes up? Just go silent. Why don't we just go to break? Come back tomorrow.
What do you want me to go with?
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Works.
It's funny that people call him a communist. Now I have a job where I say,
I love my commies.
I know, but you can understand
that people we're so scared to talk that we're going to get a message from someone that goes, oh, you uttered the word politics.
No, it's not scared. It's definitely not scared, and it's not worried about getting an email from anybody.
Acknowledged an election happened.
What happened?
No, it's happening.
It happened. An election happened. Because here's the thing: no matter how people felt either way, the joke works either way.
No, it does work.
It definitely works for you.
Especially making fun of me in particular.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. It's a missed opportunity. And frankly, I'm upset with our listeners. They're the ones who should have said, well, can we expect just like Sunday night, Peter's rooting for the commies? It's all right there for them to make the jokes. I shouldn't have to write the insults for you, people.
I know, but everybody's sensitive now. It's better.
I love my commies.
All right, here we go. So C.J. Stroud is out. Kyler Murray is out. I'm yet to get the update. Dan Quinn said earlier today that they would have a second opinion and then come up with their formal plan with Jaden Daniels and whether or not that means he will return or not. Guys, he can't play again this year, right?
I don't know how it works with your non-throwing arm. Like, can they stabilize it in a way where he can still play?
Why would you want? But what's? I mean, no,
because you want to save your season. Because it doesn't look like does anybody want to make the playoffs in the NFC?
Oh yeah, a lot of teams want to make the playoffs.
I know they want to, but
Carolina
is anybody going to step it up?
Carolina's in business.
Well,
the Bears are sort of in business. The Packers are in business. The Lions are in business. The Vikings are in some business. Like, there's a lot of teams that have racked up wins. They're 3-6.
Right. But
what are they doing now? Were they going to go out and beat Detroit on Sunday with Marcus Mariota?
I wouldn't think so, but I didn't think Minnesota was going to beat them.
I don't know if they'll even send a full defense out. They may have 9 players on defense.
The thing that's frustrating is that if the Giants had just taken care of business like they should have against the Cowboys and the Broncos, just those 2 games, not even win the Saints game, which they should have. I'm just giving them the games that they had done.
No, they won.
They're 4-5 right now, ahead of Washington, right there with Dallas. I mean, I don't think it's going anywhere, but
you could dream.
Yeah, exactly, and like everybody else is dreaming. Look, Dallas just made a trade. They didn't make that trade for the future. They made the trade with the Jets because they think they might squeeze into the playoffs this year.
It's very frustrating in football when you know it was sitting right there for you to at least be in the conversation where, to me, my standard, guys, for a good year is I got past Thanksgiving and I was still watching games and it mattered. And the Giants could have had that by just not handing away games.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. If they talk about baseball, the beauty of baseball is there's no clock as far as the game clock is concerned. So theoretically, you can come back from anything, right? Just don't make the last out. But football, that is governed by a clock, has some of the most amazing comebacks that you wouldn't think are possible. Like, you wouldn't think it would be absolutely impossible for Denver to come back and win that game.
All because of one thing, the prevent defense.
But even when you're how did they have the time to do that? Like, what's the baseball equivalent?
Because, Don, you can get down the field so quickly when you're given field. When you're given space. It's, you know what I mean? It's almost like if in baseball I bring the outfielders in and I have no one in the outfield. And all you have to do now is just pop the ball over my head and we got to go chase it.
Yeah.
But I want all 7 guys up front. Because I'm not giving up any ground balls. Like, I don't want you on base and all that stuff. So they're just popping over the top of your head. It's almost like that. You're giving field. You're just handing it to them. Go ahead, take it. Go ahead. It's like playing a zone inside the 3-point line.
I hate it.
And
I've
the team
always
just
hated
hits
it.
threes and comes back in the game.
I don't understand why
we don't want to foul. So
always been a thing.
This is actually better because I've seen this happen in the NBA. You don't want to foul teams, so you stay off the line.
Yeah.
You sit in a zone. And they just tee off from 3, and if they hit 3 in a row, the game turns. How did you just score 12 points in 50 seconds? Well, we took 4 threes, and they didn't guard us, right? Like, they were taking away the paint, and they didn't want to foul to stop the clock. Like, the prevent defense is so maddening.
It by the way, and it has been forever. And,
for years,
and
everybody
it's funny.
says it.
I said it the other day, too, right? When I was saying the thing about Kansas City's defense, like, once they get a lead, Spags can really tee off. Even that philosophy is stupid.
Yeah.
You can line up and go after the quarterback even when it's 0-0. You can do it all the time. Right. You don't have to sit back and let people get chunks of yardage. There are just these certain philosophies.
And you can control the clock by going out of bounds, which they'll let you do as well. They give you the middle of the field. So, okay, I get the middle of the field, and I just run up and clock it.
And now that you can hit field goals from 70, or at least 68 as of this weekend.
How about that?
And by the way, he had a few yards on it.
Oh,
that means we're going to get a 70.
Well, we would have.
70's coming.
The one that beat the Giants, or tied the Giant game,
right there.
65.
That was a 65-yarder that hit the net.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That had 75 on it.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Has this happened yet? Has there been a situation where a team receives like a punt or kickoff at the 30 or so? I guess it would have to be the 40. Goes 3 and out and just kicks a field goal. That's what we're going to, because that is going to happen. Maybe this year. Oh my God, guys! Guess what?
What?
It's your man to go, LL Cool J. You need to wake up, B. Ebro in the morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg. You heard? Rosenberg, meatball. You a meatball, man. Let's just get that out the way. Yo.
That's a press conference laugh.
No. Listen.
Well, you were there, so you know
I wasn't
better.
there. But if you listen close, let's just listen close to the end. There's an out loud woman's laugh that's really enjoying it.
It's your man to go, LL Cool J. You need to wake up, B. Ebro in the morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg. You heard? Rosenberg, meatball.
Wait.
You're a meatball, man. Let's just get that out the way.
It's a like me laugh.
It's That's
It's a
the
like
same.
me laugh.
You think
that's
so?
the same
Oh.
female, and that's definitely if I laugh loud enough, he'll look at me.
Right. Because
Okay.
the ladies love Cool James, right?
So you don't think I should feel bad?
Not at all.
All right, good. I got up from it.
By the way, when he did it, was he doing it like did you know him well enough that he could go there with you?
Oh no, he at that point he did not like me.
Oh, he just didn't like.
He did not
Was
like
there
me.
an incident?
Well, what happened?
I don't remember what the origin was of LL not liking me, but we had a back and forth with he really was not friendly, and then we started then I started doing freestyle raps about him on the air, which
that's
were
not good.
odd and sort of sexual in nature, sort of
Oh,
strange.
okay.
Yeah, it didn't age great in 2025.
Rosenberg, meatball.
But yeah, we're gonna get some use out of that.
So he
though.
just bullied you there.
Aren't
that's
you
all.
glad you did the work though,
See,
Jacob?
you did the work.
And now we have that.
Maybe the Knicks leave you alone and let them know, hey, we got a broadcast we're doing. Sorry.
And by the way,
I know your game's important, but
yeah, but listen, now have that drop ready. Think about how well that plays tomorrow if we go to an Italian dinner, Italian lunch. You can use that anytime you want.
Is that where we're going?
I don't know, but if we do,
I don't have an idea.
Rosenberg, meatball.
What's the place downstairs?
Yeah.
Italian.
It's
Can we-
Italian.
Can we
Rosenberg
you know
meatball.
what? You know what? This is how you turn this thing around. You get them to make a dish and call it the Rosenberg meatball.
There we go. And say he was actually plugging my dish at the
Now
restaurant.
it's a win.
No, we made up though. When he went around promoting his last album, we did a fantastic interview.
So he needed you.
I wowed. No, we just did an interview and I wowed him with my LL Cool J knowledge.
All right.
He didn't really know me. He had a lot of people in hip hop had a bad impression of me for a while without knowing.
I wonder why.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
Nothing. What? No, I
there was
just I
something
wonder
behind
why.
that.
No, that did not. It sounded very sarcastic. Now, guys, how about this? Tom Brady revealed something interesting to the world. His dog is a clone.
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. First of all, if you want to know what makes it weird, it may be the fact that the dog was cloned by a company that he's an investor in. And his dog, Junie, is in fact a clone of his late dog, Lua.
Giselle knew.
I love my animals, Brady said in a statement released by the company. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed. The dog is a pit bull mix. Lua was adopted by Brady and his former wife, Giselle Bundchen. The couple divorced in 22. Lua died in 23. I remember their post. I remember both of their posts when the dog died because I'm a dog freak and I like to weep at people's posts about stuff. And both of them put up, obviously separate because they'd broken up, really sort of heartbreaking posts. But Colossal uses genetic engineering and cloning with the goal of reviving extinct species. I have to tell you guys, I have thought about this many times with Bear. Many, many times. Because I'm never finding one of him again.
Right.
He's a Corgi Keyshawn. I'm never going to find one. And I only got him when he was a year old. I would do anything to get to see him as a puppy also. The question is, how much does it cost?
Well, this is kind of Jurassic Park, isn't it? Is that the next step?
How about it's more than kind of Jurassic Park?
Well, but beyond it, so this is still experimental, right?
You can do it.
You can do it, but I'm saying we don't really know end result health-wise and all that other stuff, right? Have we had a pet live a full life?
A full life? I don't think so.
What was that? Didn't they do one with a sheep years ago?
Excuse me?
What happened?
What with the
sheep
sheep?
thing, yeah, they did do. Yeah,
Yeah, they've been
did something
cloning
with the
sheep.
sheep.
Yeah, I heard about something with a guy and sheep.
No,
what about it was?
They cloned sheep.
Oh, they cloned the sheep.
Yes,
I thought it was a bean. I thought it was a
where
bean.
men were men and sheep were nervous. It was.
Oh, is that what that means?
That's what it means. You didn't know?
No. But what's the lifespan of those sheep? That'll give us an indication.
I don't know. It's a great question.
Because wouldn't it be devastating, Pete, if you did that and you cloned and then Like the dog just suddenly has all these medical complications and just is in a lot of pain.
Well, and
you feel terrible.
And you spent $100,000.
Well, there's that part too. But Tom
I
Brady doesn't worry about the money.
The part for me emotionally is this. How about this? This is, if you guys want to get deep, come on, let's get deep together.
Let's dig.
Like this is like me and Alan in the foot massage place together. I'm getting deep.
I'm looking forward
sharing
to this.
a towel.
Sharing a towel. That's right. No, well, think about it like this. So we lost our Rocky 7 months ago.
Wow.
And and Rocky's a purebred Maltese, toy Maltese. We can get the exact dog.
Right.
Like they have slightly different faces, but we'll look on websites and
You can
go,
find it.
There's the Rocky face, there's not the Rocky face. I can get another one.
They're not bear.
But I don't want But I don't want one that's exactly Rocky's face because it's not Rocky.
That's kind of what I'm feeling when you're telling this story is you can't replace it because it won't feel right.
That's what I'm thinking.
That personal that dog's gone. You don't want to replace it. This feels strange. This is like, again, this is like trying to search for if you lose, like if somebody leaves you have this partner and you love this person but they fall in love with you, whatever it is, and they leave, and then every girl you chase after that looks just like her.
Right. But it's not her.
Or you try to make her look like her, and that is, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It is like playing God, but
It's
I can
a
also
little,
but I
but
can
it's also
also
psychotic.
can you do this? When people that need organs, is there a way to make that?
Well, that's where they think.
But I believe that was originally the plan.
There's
this
got to be a line to where it's good, but you can't go too far.
Well, listen, we're on our way, but by the time, if we live a long, full life, we're going to see some interesting things.
Yes.
But I will say I've had the thought about the bear thing before because it would be cool, but it also feels like it would just be depressing, and you'd be like, oh, maybe I should have just loved him for while I had him and got a new one.
Correct.
A U.S. congressional committee is meeting with NBA officials today in Washington in the wake of the Billups Rozier Damon Jones situation, according to Shams Charania. And it's considered an informational sit-down for the House Committee of Energy and Commerce to have conversations with the powers that be about leagues' partnerships with sportsbooks, etc., to make sure things are on the up and up. Speaking of which, the UFC and the FBI are also actively working together on an investigation into unusual betting activity ahead of the fight last weekend in Vegas. I don't know if you guys saw it, but all of a sudden, the line in this fight just drastically changed. And then the fighter whose all the money went towards ended up winning, of course, and it just completely followed the betting. And we're talking about a line changing by, let me see what the number was. It was a minus 250 betting favorite who ended up losing. But prior to becoming minus 250, guys, they were it was like minus 800 or whatever. Dropped precipitously. Then the loss happens in the first round in what looked like a really weird tap. And now as a result, there is going to be an investigation after multiple sportsbooks told ESPN that large bets came in just ahead of the fight. They call that smart money, guys. That'll do it for ENN. Alan Hahn on his way to do some Nick action against the T-Wolves on MSG tonight. And speaking of UFC, Don, UFC is giving you the chance to go to UFC 322. ESPN New York is sending you, that is, to MSG on November 15th. So if you want to get down with it, a grand prize winner will score tickets to the suite to hang out with me. It's going to be a great time. Head to the contest tile on the ESPN New York app. Submit your entry. It's that easy. It's all brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy Bud Light responsibly. Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light, St. Louis, Missouri. Now, that's not all I have, though.
Okay, what else you got?
Because that, you just go to the tile and you register and we draw a winner.
Mm-hmm.
I have tickets right now as well, though. How about this?
How about that?
Our guy, R-Truth, is doing one night only at SOBs. Yes, R-Truth of WWE is performing. He has an album out, guys. He's a country singer as well.
Yeah, he told us that.
And he's going to be hilarious and entertaining. And who's going to show up? We don't know. It's happening November 16th, the night before John Cena's last ever Raw at MSG. It's going to be a crazy week for WWE, and we have 2 tickets right now for you to go to SOBs to see our truth, you and a guest. To enter, just open the ESPN New York app, find that contest tile, and submit your entry. Our truth. One night only, SOBs. Get your tickets at SOBs.com as well, Donald.
All right. Great ENN. Great contest.
Great
Close it out
meatballs.
with your calls. 1-800-919-3776. Take you up until 7 o'clock, and then it's Knicks basketball on ESPN New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Bet 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right. Lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at Amazon.com/PickupMVP. That's Amazon.com/PickupMVP.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With 0 sugar and as much caffeine as your favorite 12-ounce coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keep your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
YouTube TV customers get the sports you love on ESPN back, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Act now. Go to keepmynetworks.com to get ESPN back.
Sorry, hold on. I'm adjusting myself, Anthony. I raised myself up a little bit, but I did lower myself.
Excuse me?
Sorry. It actually works okay sitting like this. I'm fine.
I'll make it work.
No, you made it work. This looks fine. Don, I lowered my chair enough that my feet can sit on the floor.
Game changer.
It makes a big difference for the knee feeling when you're old and washed like we are.
No.
I got a meniscus thing. Is yours meniscus too?
Mine's arthritis.
That really is
old
that.
Man.
No, that is old, man.
But I'll tell you, I was telling you off the air that I came back from California. My knees were fantastic, and the problem is that I didn't go to kickboxing. And then I did kickboxing the last couple of days. Now it's sore again. I got to modify, man. I can't be kicking with my old man legs.
No, you got to talk to Kimball.
Yeah,
and you guys got to work out a new routine
because I can't stop going.
No, don't stop believing. Now. You didn't do a proper tease, so I'd like to fix it for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
It's time for the last call crew.
Last call crew is right.
Whatever topic we've discussed today,
a lot.
By the way, even if we didn't discuss it today,
right?
Whatever is on your mind.
And I think that's great. And it's pretty eclectic because the people that are on hold are all over the place. So climb aboard, man. We're here till 7.
That's right. Like I always say, climb aboard. 1-800-919-3776.
You always say.
Whatever the subject is. Come get down with the action. What do you think about how beautifully I have your Devils, the Don LaGreca Devil shirt in my background?
That is
What
nice.
do you think of that? It looks awesome, right?
Yeah, the athletic logo people were very happy.
And the way that it's draped on the chair,
nice.
though, it almost looks like it's part of the – it almost looks like our room isn't just a gray wall.
And I will be at the Rock tomorrow, Devils Canadians.
Do you still – are you
bringing a family?
Are you oh.
Yeah.
Now, how will that work when you bring the family? You won't see them.
It depends on. I don't know exactly where they're going to be sitting, but it's supposed to be close to where I'm doing it, so I will see them. And
so you might be able to see them,
and hang it after. But the Canadian. Nancy still loves the Canadians.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
Well, for a moment, I thought she was coming to see you.
Well, yes.
And now I realize,
but it's convenient that it's also a team that she likes, and
her team
bring the kids. They got off from school on Friday, and she's going to will enjoy.
Why do they have school on Friday?
I don't ask questions. I'm just happy.
Just do your job.
Let's go to Jay in the Bronx. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Jay?
What's up, guys? By the way, you guys are unclonable. They can't replace you guys. Can't replicate you.
Thank you.
I want to tell you that.
You're very kind.
Love you guys. All right. Think cookies in a plastic bag getting crushed by cookies might be the best metaphor ever. Yeah. So shout out to LL Cool J for that one. Quick question for you guys, because I came in late. I saw the top 5 NFL trades in New York.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out why you guys picked Keyshawn over Curtis Martin, who I thought was just a bigger
because it was more compensation. They signed him, and then they had to compensate the Patriots for the signing. So it wasn't like it technically wasn't a trade. It was more agreed upon compensation after the signing. So there was more semantics than anything else. If it had been a straight trade, yeah, of course, Curtis Martin was the bomb here. Sorry that the connection wasn't great. But that's the semantics of that. And we explained that at the beginning of the list. So I'm not mad at you for that because you said you came in a little late. Javi in Queens, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, baby?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking the call.
Always.
So listen, I wanted to get in a little Knicks talk, and I wanted to get into the initials talk, or So with the Knicks, no surprise that Cat is feeling heat. I feel like for such a talented guy, he's all the things. Like, he's talented, he can be better, he's good, he's an all-star, but he's also very frustrating. He says some really stupid things, and he does some really stupid things on the court. But in regards to the initials, I wanted to throw in my hat for my favorite initial.
Okay.
I think, let's, oldie but a goodie, BJ, right? BJ Upton, BJ Surhoff, BJ and the Bear. I mean, who doesn't like a good BJ, right?
Sure. You know what? It's a good setup by you, Javier.
I know, and he tried too hard, so I'm going to let him go.
But I had thrown out BJ Penn and BJ Surhoff.
Right.
But you added Upton. That's a good one.
But he's also trying to accomplish something there, and I think he tried too hard.
I'm a little disappointed looking at the last call crew. We're not getting the calls that you and I usually get about random topics, an array of things.
Well, take some time. 1-800-919-3776.
Yeah, but I want to hear from the people.
We had the reaction to Rick DiPietro's rant earlier today, where he agrees with Allen that there's still no hope, even though I think the Jets had a really good day yesterday.
Yeah, LL Cool J calling me a meatball.
Calling you a meatball, and also the initials, the most powerful people with initials. That was good.
There's a lot. There's some. There's the Karl Anthony Towns problems we just referred to.
Yeah, and this general consensus, we heard it from Booger. We heard it from Mel Kiper yesterday. This idea that bringing Daboll back because he's attached to Dart. I just think there's more to it than that.
Agree.
There seems to be a groundswell of people within the NFL that think that Daboll, no matter what this record's going to look like, is going to come back as long as Dart continues to play well. Richard in Manhattan, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, baby? Richard! Wow, him not being there.
Come on, Dick. Richard in Manhattan.
Hi, Richard.
Richard?
That's a shame. Dwayne in Virginia. What do you got down there, man?
Well, I believe Richard was drilling.
Yeah, probably.
I was going with initials, though, and one that I'm really surprised you didn't come up with is K.K. Downing.
Yeah.
And you know who he is.
Guitar player of Judas Priest. Former guitar player. I can't remember. I read his book, too. I don't know if you read his book. It's actually pretty good. But that's a good one, man. Good job.
All right. I appreciate you guys.
Last
call through. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Because Peter brought up a lot of people from the hip-hop community, but how many initials are there in metal? K.K. Downing's a good one. Blonde hair.
By the way, I do feel like there's more in music we haven't. J.J. Fad.
Okay, I'm not familiar with his work.
Supersonic? You know the song Supersonic?
Oh,
Supersonic.
Yeah. No, I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, it's not one person anyway, so it really doesn't work, if we're being honest.
What do you mean?
But it's a group, J.J. Fad.
Well, that doesn't count.
Right. You know what? I'm just typing it on Spotify, first two letters like that, see what pops up. Like AJ. Instead, it's all. Oh, AJ McLean from Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
AJ Lee, the wrestler. Asia, the album by Steely Dan. If you type in BJ. Oh, BJ the Chicago Kid. Bjork popped up. That's not going to help us.
Bjork is not a.
No, that's just because of the B and the J.
Frank in Secaucus. You're on ESPN New York. Hi,
Big Frank.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I was just going to go back to the whole Daboll Dart thing. And, Don, we spoke about this about 2 weeks ago when you said you can't pigeonhole a guy based on the quarterback's overall performance. It can't just be about the quarterback. And,
right.
Rightfully so. It's like have Shane and Daboll done enough to say, I'm really going to miss these guys if they're out? I mean, the team as a whole doesn't even look impressive, and we don't have any depth on the team whatsoever to put forth on the field. So it gets a little nerve-wracking. I mean, yesterday was a prime proof of why you can't pigeonhole these guys and just keep them for an extra year, because it limited what they were able to do yesterday if there was a trade to be made or if there was a trade to be put out there.
I just look at it, Frank. They're not winning games. He is playing at a really, I wouldn't say elite level. He's playing very good football to the point where you have people that are really impressed with Jackson Dart. They were talking about on the morning show that if they were to redraft, Dart probably goes number one last year based on how he's played. But they're not winning games. They lost to the Saints. They blew a 33-point lead in Denver. They got crushed by Philadelphia. They got crushed by San Francisco, and he's played well. Now, he threw the pick in the fourth quarter against Denver, but he's a kid. He's going to make mistakes. But as he's played well, the team is still under 500. And you can make the case that poor coaching is the reason why they lost some of those games, especially the Denver game. And then Booger's point, well, you just fire the defensive coordinator. Well, the defensive coordinator is here by the suggestion, the recommendation of the head coach. And the reason they were looking for a new defensive coordinator is because the head coach couldn't get along with Wink Martindale. Doesn't he take a hit for that?
I completely think he does. I'm with you, Don. I'm on the same page as you. I don't think Jackson Dart looking pretty good throughout the season is enough to keep Daboll if you don't like everything else. And there's a lot not to like.
Yeah, but we're so captivated by the quarterback. Quarterback this, quarterback that. And I get it. The quarterback is the most important position, never mind in football and in sports. But there's got to be something more to it than just the quarterback when you're talking about a head coach that is about to complete his fourth year. And all he has to hang his hat on is a 9-7-1 season in his first year and a playoff win. Since then, miserable season after miserable season. And let's not forget, he couldn't make Daniel Jones work, and the guy's now an MVP candidate, not even a year later in Indianapolis. I mean, all this has to be a part of the evaluation, but the one thing I agree with Booger, there's still 9 weeks left, so a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, good and bad. 1-800-919-3776. You responded to the last call, crew, so tons of calls to get to here until Knicks basketball at 7 on ESPN New York.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit. Hope NY or text Hope NY 467-369.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock. The Knicks basketball. And don't forget, we'll be back with you tomorrow at 3. I'll be at the Rock for Devils Canadians. Alan and Peter will be back here in the studio. We'll see if we'll partake in the Thursday matchup. So it should be a fun show. But let's close out this one. This is interesting. Brandon in New Jersey. What do you got, Brandon?
First of all, hello, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
First of all, for the initials thing, J.J. Putz, the great baseball player.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's good. I like it.
All right, so my beef with Anthony is that he's great at what he does.
All right.
Yeah, he's great, but I think that he acts like, oh, I'm so bad and all these bad things happening. He takes on all this stress just so you guys can stroke his ego a little bit, and then he builds himself back up in that way. Because he knows he's great. We all know he's great. So just be great.
You know what? I like this take.
It's an interest. It's really taking the deep dive.
I know that's a listener right there. Brandon's a P1. Thank you, buddy.
That is very. I don't agree.
You think he's legitimately a psychopath? Can't control these feelings?
Yes. But what Brandon is saying is that Anthony knows he's good at it, but if he sulks and pretends like he's not good, that everybody will tell him how great he is, and that'll make him feel good. Wow.
That's an interesting...
That's a serious allegation. Now, Anthony took the phone call and put it up there, so it all Anthony, is it all part of your master plan here?
You suck, Pusick.
He said, I think you're annoying. I said, sounds good, I'll put you on hold. I'm not going to hang up on somebody because they don't like me.
But the more Anthony response there would have been, he said, I think you're annoying, and I said, I think you're absolutely right, and I put him on hold.
I totally agree. 100%.
I think there's a lot.
Very salient point.
There is
one of the smartest listeners we have.
There is legitimate self-loathing
that's
that
happening.
He has. Yeah. I don't think there's no.
Yeah, I don't think he has the.
But I like his thinking because I do think there's a lot of people that do that. Let's go to Brad in Montclair. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Brad?
Hey, what's up, guys? So I got input on a few of the things you've been talking about. First of all, when they talked about B.J. Upton, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool. So his dad's name or nickname was Boss, and so he was Boss Jr., so that's B.J.
That is good.
That was cool.
I like that.
Yeah. Second is on the cloning the pets. As soon as I saw that, it brought to mind the movie Pet Sematary. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but reanimating your pets does not work out like you think.
Not according to Stephen King, no.
Right, that's right. And then the third thing, was the you're talking about the Mom Donnie. It's funny to me how everyone makes such a big deal, like,
my commies.
The campaign promises. Like, he'll never be able to fulfill the campaign promises, as if that's some like novel thing in the electoral process.
Yeah.
No, every candidate I've ever voted for did everything they told me they were going to do. That's why I voted for them.
Read my lips. No new taxes. Yeah,
I feel you, buddy.
Well, what is this? Promising things that aren't going to happen. I mean, it's crazy. What's the world coming to? And then the last thing is the Inagata Davida. There is an excellent Simpsons episode where Bart sneaks into the church hymnals on Sunday, in the Garden of Eden, and the church sings it, and they snap to the elderly organist, and she's about to pass out from playing the 14-minute organ solo. So great song.
It is an awesome song. Jacob is going to try to find it because I want Peter to at least know what it sounds like, and I think he's heard it before.
I have, but I do need to hear it again.
It's just a part of, because everybody knows the whole thing is you're a DJ, right? Like, if you need to go to the bathroom, put on Inagata Davida, and then you gave yourself like 20 minutes.
That's the thing. I'm just not at a party where I could do that. I had records that I thought of that way, but that wasn't one of them.
Let's go to Renee in the Poconos. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. Love your show. Peter, I took really hard what you were talking about, Rocky, and what's going on with Bear. I'm a huge animal lover, huge. I've had pets for a long time. Loved in the other show when you had Bear at the end of your ENN spot. Loved when you had Bear making picks. Loved when you had Bear, period. Every time you had him, it was great to see and great to hear, especially when you're in an apartment on your lap. With that being said, I would love for you talk about, missing him and all that stuff. His voice at the end of ENN, when you're doing it, always loved it, wanted it back. Can you bring it back?
Well, wasn't the bark? The bark was at the end of the intro. Is it off it now, Anthony?
Right.
Or was it was it the reverse? What was the
reverse sneeze?
The reverse sneeze was that?
No. Oh. Bear's bark was, I think, built into the ENN intro. Thank you, Renee. I really appreciate you saying that.
That's cool.
We have the drop. You have the Bear bark over there?
I'll add it in. That should be easy to do.
That's a nice thought. And Bear, listen, Bear's doing great. He's slowing down a little bit. He's 15, and he's always been the youngest old dog. And people go, he's 15, but to me,
right,
I'm now seeing a little bit of the hitch in the step. And like, for example, his stomach's been upset this week, and it's lasted like a week. Like, things just get a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It would shock people because we had a baby this year, and I think people have a tendency to think that a baby like solves everything in life. The first 7 months and change without Rocky has been, when I tell you we talk about him every day, I mean, it's
that's important.
We talk about him all the time. So I appreciate that. It's very, very sweet of you. And so I'm going to bring Anthony's going to bring the bark back. We should bring that back. And you know what? Maybe I'll bring his picks back too, considering I can't pick a lick.
You can't do worse than we are.
So I might bring Bear back this week. I like that.
So here's a little flavor of the bark. We should bring that back and Inagata Davida.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a classic hip-hop sample.
Is it?
Yeah.
We'll let you get the vocals in. It's a trippy song. If you get a second, you're driving home, throw it in.
All right.
I think you'll enjoy the experience. I looked it up. Everybody in the band's dead. But don't feel bad. I mean, this song came out in like 1967, and they were like in their 30s then. So you're not supposed to live forever. But I did look it up to see if anybody is still alive, and they're all gone.
Who's the band?
Iron Butterfly.
So and it's they're the original artist who did it?
Yes.
Because it's funny now. Like, I looked up Nas Hip Hop is Dead, which samples that guitar riff. And it only lists Inagata Davida by Incredible Bongo Band cover, I'm guessing.
Okay.
And that's just interesting.
Yeah, maybe they did cover it. I thought I knew. Slayer did a shortened version of it in the movie Less Than Zero. You familiar with that movie at all?
Yeah, I remember it.
So, all right, we'll do this all again tomorrow. 3 o'clock. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Knicks basketball's coming up next on